Okay, we're live, guys. What's up, hustlers? Welcome to the Hustle Highway podcast. You know, where grind meets greatness. We're here to share all the great stories from the doers, the disruptors, and the dreamers. So tonight, you know me, I'm your boss lady, always, and my ride or die, Georgia Jeremy. And
Hey y'all.
tonight we have our special friend Mary Kutter in the building.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm so
Yeah.
excited to be here, y'all. Thanks for having me. It's so good to see y'all again. It's
Oh,
wild that it's been several months since the last time,
yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
exciting things. And I feel like I should interject right quick in case the folks are not taking it in yet, in case their phones are real small, the screen. Behind Shonda is a beautiful assortment of balloons. And they're not just
Mhm.
there just to look pretty. It is because it is this woman's birthday.
Happy
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday,
birthday.
Shonda.
Thank you. And happy birthday to you because I know yours just passed.
Little
And
February babies. Yep, we're celebrating tonight.
that's
There
right,
you go.
girlfriend. I think I might have to pour a little shot for that.
Yeah. There
Yes,
And
you go.
baby.
all
I'll take
the
it.
accomplishments you've been having going on. Congrats. Happy
Thank you.
birthday. The record
Here's to
label,
you.
Congratulations,
Here's to
y'all.
you, February
new
babies.
songs.
Thank you, thank you. Mm, it's been so exciting. I kind of feel like it's a little family reunion right now.
Girl,
You
I
know
know
what I'm
Yeah.
that's
saying?
right. I know
It
that's
kind of
right.
has that energy. Hey, I gotta ask you though, Shonda, with your uh preferred cake, birthday cake.
Mm.
Oh.
Are you a vanilla, strawberry, chocolate? Are you like a cupcake gal? Are you like, I'm gonna change it up and have like a little cookie cake or an ice cream cake? Like, what's your vibe?
So I'm not a real sweets person, but if I
Mhm.
was gonna eat something, you know those strawberry crunch ice cream bars?
That sounds
That is a
phenomenal, but
tasty.
no, fill me in.
they're I remember them from my childhood, like strawberry crunch, ice cream.
Sounds
But
good.
if you sometimes you can catch people making that like a cheesecake.
Mm.
Mm,
Mm. Yeah.
the
That
Cheesecake
sounds like a good
Factory.
cheesecake.
Oh,
I
so
mean,
good. So
did
good. Well,
yeah, what
this
kind of
year,
cake did you have, Mary?
Yeah.
well, I actually this year, my mom, she texted me and she was like, I'm thinking about, what kind of cake do you want? Sometimes she makes it. Sometimes, there's a couple, of our neighbors that are real good bakers. And they'll make, small town. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, I'm down with any of that, but I'll tell you what really sounds good to me is an ice cream cake. And so we got an ice
Mm.
cream cake and it was so good. It's been years since
Yeah.
I've had an ice cream cake for my birthday, but we went over next town over and got a Dairy Queen
Ooh.
Reese's
Ooh.
Blizzard ice cream cake. It was wonderful. And by the way, since we're talking about Dairy Queen, I wish this was like a sponsored situation, but it is not. It's just an obsession situation. If y'all have ever, I don't know if you've had this before, but the Fluffer Nutter Blizzard, it's
I
phenomenal.
heard I heard it was good.
We heard
I
about
have
it.
not tried it.
Phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I mean, it is literally one of my actual favorite things in the entire world. It's a Reese's Blizzard, but
Ooh.
they pump a bunch of marshmallow cream in the middle. I mean, it is truly phenomenal. But I was talking to someone that was from the Midwest, and they were telling me apparently fluffer nutters are just a thing. So apparently, where this girl was from that I was talking to, she grew up with them where they'd fry up the bread kind of like grilled cheese, but instead of cheese in the middle, they put peanut butter on one piece of bread and then marshmallow cream on the other.
Yeah.
That sounds phenomenal. So I guess it's
Right.
the Blizzard's take of it. Isn't that
Yeah.
That
crazy?
sounds
Yeah. They
amazing.
Yeah, it's I do yeah, I've heard of a few people talk about that. I think it's kind of more of an upper Midwest kind of thing up there.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'd never heard of it until I had some people talk about it, and it does sound delicious.
It
Oh my
sounds really
gosh.
good.
I mean, honestly, you can't really mess it up. I mean, I love anything that's a sandwich, but that does sound really good. But the Fluffer Nutter Blizzard, if y'all are ever now, my cake dough was not a Fluffer Nutter Blizzard; it was just like the Reese's. But that was.
Ooh.
But I
Yeah,
want to try that little strawberry crunch bar thing you're talking about. That sounds
that,
great.
that does
When
that
you go
sounds
into
cool.
like a gas station, they have the ice cream little thing in
Yeah, the
the store.
bin thing. Uh huh.
Usually they're in there.
Yep.
So I'm gonna
Ooh,
have to send you a picture so you know what
please do. Well, I feel like with being on the road so much, we stop at the gas stations. That's where you get food. I
Yeah,
mean, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, like, people might hate on gas station food. I think it's pretty good. I mean, I don't know if it's
it's
my country coming out, but there's a lot
it's
of
gotten a
options,
lot better. It's
Yeah.
I
gotten a
like
lot
the
better.
Loves and Pilot
Have
because
y'all
Yeah,
been at Bucky's yet?
yeah,
Bucky's
yeah.
is
That's like become
wild.
a thing. It's wild. I honestly, it is the
Wow.
most bizarre thing. And, obviously I've been there during the day, but, obviously, like, whenever you're on the road, coming
Yeah.
back from a show or whatever, we stop there because, the bathrooms are always clean. I'm sure the folks are like, what are they talking about tonight? But anyway,
Yeah.
it's so weird when you go in at like 2 a.m. and it's just like the fluorescent lighting is just like, you know what I mean? It's like the most bizarre situation, but it is kind of crazy. That shows the power of branding, you guys.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
Bucky's.
wow. Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my
It's
gosh.
I heard Dolly Parton's gonna come out with her own version of that. Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa. That would
boy,
be
that's
I'm
phenomenal.
like, sign me up for all things Dolly.
Oh, me
Like,
too. Me
you
too.
know, all the pink in there. Could you imagine?
Oh, it'd be incredible. And it would just be, it would be a vibe.
You
You know what I'm
know,
saying?
yeah.
That's
Christina
really
Ball.
cool.
Like,
And you think about how much that woman has done. It is genuinely incredible.
isn't
I mean,
it?
it's like, oh my gosh, I read her autobiography last year, and it was pretty inspiring. I think it's called something to Rhinestones, or well, y'all can look it up, but it's really good. I mean, I knew pieces of her story.
Yeah.
I did not realize though till I read the book how she had moved to Nashville. Obviously, she wanted to sing songs, but she got her start writing songs for other artists, which was kind of the
Hmm.
same world for
Just
Yeah.
me,
like
but I
you.
didn't know
Yeah.
that about her. And she
Yeah.
literally, moves to town. Of course, Porter Wagner's show, I think was when it really started kicking off. But in the beginning, that's how she was making her bread and butter as well, which is really interesting. I just didn't know that. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know. It's pretty crazy.
I thought that's why when we first started talking, I was like, because you do a lot of songs that are telling
Yeah.
stories and which
Mhm.
everyone loves. And
Mhm.
Dolly's got the same method. But
Mhm.
what intrigued me was you were a songwriter first. And I
Yeah.
Thanks,
was like,
girlfriend. That
so
means a
awesome.
lot. That means
Yeah.
a lot. Well,
Well, well,
and I hope I'm always that way too. You know what I'm saying? It does seem like I'm more intrigued with like the songs that people are saying. Of course, you want to hear someone's voice that's good or whatever, but
yeah.
it is what you're actually kind of talking about. That's what I'm always intrigued about.
Well,
Anyway,
and songwriting is I mean that takes skill.
Yeah.
It's
well, thanks, Sharon. That means a lot.
well, it is. It's a lot of work and a lot of commitment to really put yourself out there, but at the same time making something that works. I mean, a lot of people can put together a lot of things, but making something that works in the music, that takes talent.
That's
So
really
yeah.
kind of you to say that. And you know what? It takes a lot of songs that don't work to get to the ones that do. You know what I'm saying? It just does. And I
Yeah.
remember there was this feller that my daddy was working with, and this was years ago before I even moved to Nashville. And my dad told me about this conversation they had had, and the guy's name is Bud. Anyway, so Bud was talking to my dad, and he was in a couple of different, cover bands and stuff in the area. And my dad told me how I was wanting to do music. He said to my dad, he said, "You tell her she needs to write a song every single day. Period. The end. That's the only way it's gonna happen for her." And I remember my dad was like, "How is that even possible? Like that seems crazy." And of course, I kind of took that to heart. And of course, I moved to Nashville, and I started doing 2 sessions a day, typically 2 different
Oh,
songs, sometimes even
Oh,
three.
wow.
This was early on, and of course, they hardly none of them were for me to sing. They're for other artists to sing. So it's kind of a different animal, a little bit. If you're just helping tell someone's story, that's a little bit different than telling your own. But it was a wild situation, and I think about literally I've been lucky enough to be part of honestly thousands of songs. A lot of them folks will never even hear, I guess, but they got you to where you are. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty crazy.
well,
Oh yeah.
speaking of you making all these songs, you got a new record deal.
Ooh, yeah. Isn't that crazy? That's so
That's
crazy to say out
awesome.
loud. It's so
Yeah.
weird.
Congratulations. Congrats.
But
Thank you.
Congrats.
so freaking awesome for you. Yeah.
Thank you so
Excellent.
much.
So proud of you. That's
Yeah.
amazing. All the hard
Thank
work you've
you.
done is paying off, and I love
Thanks,
it.
So,
girl.
so
That
you
means
able
a
to say
lot.
who you signed with?
Yeah, and we just announced it, so it's perfect timing tonight, you
Okay.
know. So I signed with BBR. That is the same label group as Jelly Roll, Jason Aldean, Lainey Wilson, Blake Shelton. I mean, it's a great
Outstanding.
label. And I'll tell you what, you know, whenever I first wrote Devil's Money, and for
Yep.
any folks just hopping on, that was kind of how we all first got connected, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a song
Yeah.
about my great granddaddy who was a bootlegger in Kentucky. Anyway, when I first put that song into the universe, uh there started to be a couple of different, you know, business people reaching out, you know, sniffing around. And, you know, so I was taking meetings, of course, you know, for the last couple of years before that, you know, I've been writing, but that was different than singing. Well, um, every building I would walk into, you know, had a different energy of sort, not to sound like a hippie, but whenever I walked into BBRs, it had this energy like, these people aren't going to try to smooth out my edges. They're going to let me be who I am. You know what I'm saying? Because I will be real. There was, you know, I did get an offer a couple months before from another very established label in town. And they said, hey, we're down to sign you, but we got to water this down a little bit. And I was like, and my response, and I mean this in the kindest way possible, I said, hey, where I'm from, we don't water down our bourbon. That's literally what I
Yeah.
said to them. And so, you know, and I remember, you know, me telling, you know, my close buddies and my family, you know, what had happened. They were like, are you sure? Like, this is like such a, you know, I was like, you know what? I don't want to be somewhere where they don't want, you know, what, you know,
Yeah.
who you actually
Yeah.
are. And so
Yeah. The
anyway,
real
I say
you.
all that. I feel awful lucky, you know, I think about, you know, there's thousands of people that moved to this town. I mean, I was one of them that just have a dream and try to give it all they got, you know, and, I'm so excited. I'm just so
Oh,
pumped.
it's so awesome, and very much congratulations. And we've got a
Thanks.
few comments from YouTube
Ooh.
here. Let's see. Miss
I'm trying
Ta
to find them.
2000. She says, "Hey, Mary Cutter, howdy from Napa Valley, California."
Ooh,
Um,
hey, all the way out to California. Hope you're
yeah,
drinking
way
on
over
some wine, you know?
there. Oh yeah, yeah. And if you've never gone on a Napa Valley
I've
tour,
never
you got to
gone.
do it. Got
Well,
to
see,
do
I
it.
just
It's
envision
awesome.
this beautiful place,
Oh, it's
classy,
beautiful.
sipping the wine. Have you been, Shonda?
Oh, yeah, I stayed in Cali for a while. I
Oh,
bounced around a bunch of places, but yeah, I love it out there. But it's very expensive and it's very busy. It's not people friendly, you know.
a little bit different.
You
Yeah.
know how we are here, you know, on
Yeah,
the
Yep.
other side of the
yeah.
coast, we're very upfront and things like
Yep.
I've learned in business that people will tell
Mhm.
you what you want to hear out there, and then when as
Mhm.
soon as you leave, it's
Yeah.
out the window.
You know, that is one of the beautiful parts about, you know, where we're from. You know what I'm saying? It does seem like people are straight shooters, you know, and I don't know if
Yep.
Right.
I know that's not the way it is everywhere, you know, but I will say it sounds like they got some great wine. You know, maybe
Oh
that's
yeah,
why. Maybe
yeah.
they're drinking away
Absolutely.
the situation. You know,
But
like you
you
don't get
know
straight shooter to have some wine.
your moonshiners know how to make that wine too.
Yeah, there
That's
you
true,
go.
baby. You're not
Um,
wrong. Yep.
and Jasmine Holvey says, "Hello, Mary from Boise, Idaho."
Hello, all the
Um,
way to Idaho. Hope
and
you're
then
doing good, baby.
Rick Dorn from the Ohio River says, "Mary Cutter, good to see you again on here, and
Great to
hope
see
your
you too,
birthday's
Rick.
going good, Shonda."
Oh, thank you.
And
Oh,
J.E. Burks says, "Hello from Georgia." Hey, right here in my state. Yay, man.
Hey.
Um, and then he says he can't wait for the new album.
oh,
Um, and Jasmine says, "Hello, Shonda and Jeremy. How are y'all doing? We're doing great. Thank you very much." And then J.E. Burke says, "Bed of Roses is amazing." Yeah, that's your new song that you just came out with.
that's right. And that makes me real happy. Thank you for the love on the song. You know, yeah, we just dropped it. And it's kind of a crazy song. It's a story song. And it's about, I mean, honestly, the gist of it is that it's about this housewife who murders her abusive husband, buries him in her backyard, and it makes her rose garden beautiful. And it's just pretty wacky. It's kind of like if Alfred Hitchcock wrote a country song. That's kind of, you know, it's kind of crazy.
I love it. I love it. And I knew I'd seen the snippet, so I couldn't wait to hear the whole song. And then today I seen there was a snippet of about the Epstein.
Yep.
And yeah, so I was like, "Oh,
Girl, I couldn't not write about it. And this is the thing too. I had some friends text me like, "Oh my gosh, you just posted this. Is your record label going to let you do it?" I was like, "Well, we don't ask permission around these parts. I just post." This is the thing. It felt like a message that just needed to be talked about. And I'll tell you what's really exciting, y'all. And I haven't really had a chance to talk about this because, like you said, we just posted this.
Yeah.
Um, Something that's been kind of encouraging, for lack of a better word, or inspiring. That's really not the right word either. But in the last 24 hours, because last night, for any folks just hopping on, I posted this little verse chorus like Shauna was talking about, that it's just about the Epstein files. And it's basically just saying, the lyrics that I posted was, we got some questions for the DOJ, but the key witness is DOA. Where did he get his money? Who is involved? If you're the FBI, why is it taking so long? And then the chorus, man, I'm really surprised. It's kind of, it's all blacked out eyes, blacked out names. We're looking for the truth, but they're looking away. The
Yes.
cover up's enough to make you lose your faith. But the devil had an island called Little St. James, which of course was Epstein's Island. And which
Yes.
isn't that ironic, by the way.
Girl, you nailed it. And I was just like, I try not, because I've watched the documentary and things, and I try not to get too wrapped up in, because I know at the end of the day, whoever's covering things up, government or everybody, the elite, are going to do what they can do. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
So it's always going to get buried, buried, buried.
Right.
And so I try not to let it consume me, but I go down that rabbit hole sometimes, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's disgusting. And so when I heard your lyrics, I was like, girl, spot on. Everybody's asking
For
those
sure.
questions. Yes, yes, yes. Like,
Well,
yes.
well, and this is the thing. You just nailed it. Everyone is asking these questions, and that's what's been so encouraging, inspiring. Is honestly, if you go through the comments, there are
Oh,
people on the far right, the far left, every single little pocket of the spectrum that are commenting saying, hell yeah. And it's because this is not a political thing. It's not a
no.
political thing. And whenever, I sat down to write it, I've been obviously wanting to write about this for a while.
Yeah.
But it was real important that, because this is the thing. And you've opened up a whole little book right here. This is the thing. We don't
Girl,
even
we're here for
know.
it.
We know that there are some people listed the names, but this is the thing too. Me, I was telling my mom about this. I called her up right before our podcast, hopping on with a live stream. I said, what's so crazy is it's just like anything else. Like, remember like that P. Diddy scandal that happened, and even like just in the,
R.
like, let's just say
Kelly.
that, yeah, same thing. So there's like the events, the parties where the really bad stuff happens. That's what we're all wanting to find out about, who was involved with
Right.
that. But this is the thing. Like, I guarantee there's going to be people that, for example, there was this guy that I've only met briefly. I don't know him well, but he's in the music industry, in the rap world, just stepping away for a
Mhm.
second. And he was telling me how he had met P. Diddy. This was years ago. He had been at his house once. He said, hey, just FYI though, wasn't for one of those parties. Like
Right,
those really bad parties happened. They were at the after party. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
right.
So this is
Right.
the thing with all these things with the files. I'm sure that there's people that are listed on there that are actually innocent. But the
Oh
thing
yeah.
is, we don't know. We haven't seen it. So
What
this
it,
is
it
where my brain's kind of at. If you're
yeah, and it's
innocent,
funny.
why? Oh,
It's
go
funny
ahead,
you say
baby.
that. I'm sorry, Mary.
No, you
Yeah,
go
it's funny
ahead.
you said that because I was telling Shonda that there's a friend of mine actually that has a very popular political show,
Mm-hmm.
and because Epstein apparently had subscribed to his newsletter, his name is mentioned in those files several times. But
Oh
it's only
my gosh.
it's only because
Yeah.
his newsletter went to Epstein's
Right.
email because Epstein had
Right.
signed up for it. So there are a
Wow.
lot of people that may be mentioned in
Yes.
there, but the ones where you got to question it is when they're mentioned like thousands of times.
Correct. Oh, 100%. And this is the thing too.
So
Let's
what?
pretend
Yeah.
that, Mary Cutter was on the list. Obviously I'm not, but let's pretend she was, that I was. I would be like, please release everything,
Yep,
exonerate me.
yep.
I have nothing to hide. And that's where, I think, when we really start putting our noggins on there, there's all these, high up people that, they're just freaking out. You know what I'm saying? It's just going across the board. Obviously, it's the politics, of course, today. Prince Andrew got arrested. Like, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And
Yeah,
it'll be
yeah,
interesting to see, but I'm with you, Shonda. Obviously, the powers that be, they're gonna want to keep on, because here's the thing: there's the people that were actually involved, then there's the people that maybe were funded by people who were involved or
Yes.
yeah.
attached to be. So even, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of pieces, a lot of pieces. But I heard the other day, this was right before I wrote the song, and it just fired me up so much. I seen somewhere on the internet where someone had posted, they were like, well, like, if we really get to the bottom of this, we might lose all of Congress. And I was like,
Okay.
let's lose all of
Yeah.
Congress then.
Fire them all.
Clean
Let's get those
house,
people out. You know
clean
what I'm saying?
house.
So it ain't a political thing at all. And I think that's why, we as the people, we just got to keep on. And I'm just like a little baby voice. I'm not acting like, whatever. But, we got to keep on demanding for things to change. That's the only way. We just want transparency. And that's what this song's about. Because, you know what? We don't, like,
Yeah,
that's the point. We don't know
We
who
don't.
is in the wrong.
yeah.
We know that certain people were listed, but it's just like your friend with the newsletter. Wouldn't that be awful if you were in that situation? I'd be like, oh my, but I
Oh
would be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
please
He was
release the stuff.
he was freaking out about it because when he was told that his name was in there, he was like, "Oh dear Lord." He's like,
Right.
Well, think about people who didn't know what's going on and they're like
Yes.
house cleaners or delivering
Right. That's
food
true.
"Yeah,
or
Oh, 100%. Because, just like in the music industry, and of course, this stuff has been coming out now, in the last couple of years, where there's, sometimes people that might be ahead of a company that everyone thinks is
yeah,
on the up and up, but behind closed doors, they got a lot of stuff going on. Well, you're right. There might be like a house cleaner. There might be someone that literally was at maybe the pre party of the crazy that they didn't know that
no.
after
mhm,
Right.
hours is when it got real crazy. But, I do realize a lot of times where there's smoke, there's fire, but that's why we're just asking for people to do their jobs
yeah,
and not be biased. You know what I'm saying? And, I think what it really comes down to is we really do deserve as the people to have the best leaders. You know what I'm saying?
We
And,
do.
and also like, man, like there are certain companies where the heads are stepping down because they were on the wrong end of it. Well, I don't want to support that company. You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
if that, so like I think the people we deserve to know. We deserve to
Absolutely.
know. You
absolutely,
Yeah.
know,
absolutely."
and it does make you wonder. I seen someone had commented something. I don't even remember who it was. I didn't know them, but I seen in the comment section earlier today, someone said, "Well, this kind of stuff's been going on for years." And I thought to myself, they're probably right.
Yeah.
Like years and years. But you know what? Now we have the ability through things like your all show, social media, like more than ever, we have more of a voice than we've ever had before. Back in the 1800s, yeah, there wasn't a lot that the common folks could do. We could
Right.
Yeah,
vote,
Mailing
we could
stuff by
vote.
pigeons, back then.
Yeah. But isn't it crazy, y'all? It's just so wild. But anyway,
I'm glad that you put it out there, and I can't wait to see what you put out there next.
thanks,
Because I
girl.
know, I know you,
yeah,
my girl will put it out there. You know.
absolutely.
Well,
So
and at the end of the day, there's a lot of different types of songs you can write. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a heartbreak song or a party song or anything like that. There's a room and space for that. But I've always, you guys know this already. I've always been intrigued by telling stories that maybe aren't talked
Mhm,
about as much. Whether it's about the cornbread mafia, where I grew up,
yes,
or it's like my great granddaddy, or you know the devil wore a lab coat, about the
yeah,
yeah,
opioid crisis, my neck of the woods. I mean, there's so many things we can talk about. Music is such a cool little vehicle, to talk about
yeah,
things. But anyway, not every song has to be super heavy, but it is kind of nice to be able to talk about stuff,
well, I will
absolutely.
say, I can't remember, I'll have to look at Ava's set list, but when I came to see you, which was the best experience, I know
Thanks, girl.
why you run 5 miles a day now, okay? I know, because I watched you perform for 2 straight hours
It was so much
and
fun.
not take a break,
Yeah,
and you were up, down, you played all the instruments, and you went hard. I was like, "Wow."
That's
Now
really
I know.
sweet of you.
absolutely.
It meant so much to me. You coming out partying, and it was such a fun night. Brady
It's so
folks should be like, where were y'all? I was at the Burl in Lexington. It was on the tour right
Mhm.
before the holidays.
mhm.
But that was the coolest venue. I thought that was such a cool spot.
I
You
loved it. It
know?
was like container ships, like
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
it was a
It was
vibe.
just really fun, and it is really fun to keep it rocking. And I'm
You
really
did.
pumped. Well, I'm so excited because really my world, since we seen each other last in the flesh at the show,
Yeah.
I've been obviously we were squaring away all the stuff with the record deal, but then other than that, we started recording this first album. And of course, Bed of Roses is the first song from it. But that's been a whole nother experience I'd never experienced before. So y'all have probably seen like documentaries or pictures or videos of people in these fancy studios, where there's all the
Right.
musicians in there. Well, so I had never personally experienced that. All of my recordings up to this point, really up until Bed of Roses, was literally recorded. All the vocals were recorded in my friend's bedroom closet.
I
That's where
love
all
that.
of them have been.
That's
And
awesome.
and it's really
That's
cool. I'm glad we had that capability. But this is the thing. So whenever the record label gets involved, they're like, hey, we want to like do this up right. We want to get the top musicians, all the
yeah.
top producer, all the top equipment. And I was kind of like, I'm a simple girl from Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Is this really needed? Is this a waste of money? That's kind of where my brain was at, to be totally real with y'all. Well,
Right.
Right.
first day we go into this place called Blackbird Studio. So everything we've recorded so far, we're about halfway through recording the album now, but half of the stuff has been in this place called Blackbird Studio. The other half has been in this place called Soundstage Studio. They're both tomato, both
Right.
incredible studios. Well, it's just what happened to be open the days we needed to record. Well, the first day we got out of there, I was like, yup, I get it. It was pretty cool. And y'all, literally the musicians, my gosh, like we have like guitarist of the decade. That's like literally that one all these, and when you hear it, it's so interesting, y'all. And maybe y'all knew this. You may have already noticed. I did not know this until I started doing a little deep dive on these people. So my producers, their names are Tully Kennedy and Kurt Allison. They play guitar and bass guitar for Jason Aldean. They're actually down in New Zealand
Oh,
right now on tour, and then they're
Oh,
going to Australia. Then they're back. Then we're back in the studio again. But they're hit producers, hit writers. They just had a number one last week again. So they're killing it.
love it.
But
that's awesome.
anyway, they had this very distinct vision of really just grabbing their heroes, musician
Right.
wise, and um, a lot of people are kind of surprised to find out that, of course, they're a bass and electric guitar like virtuosos or whatever, but they're actually not playing on the records just so they can focus on producing, kind of directing it all. And just for any folks listening in, I did not know this also, but a producer in music, in the musical space, it's kind of like a director with a movie set. So they're
Yep.
kind of the people that are like, and then like the musicians are kind of like the actors on the set. You know what I'm saying? And then of course, I guess the singer kind of would be like that too. Well, anyway, so they wanted to focus kind of on directing the scene, and then the musicians they were basically their heroes. And then I, of course, after we got them booked, I started looking them up. And I'm telling y'all what, seriously, like the majority of songs on the radio that you are hearing, country music radio, not pop and all that, country music radio, these musicians are playing on a lot of those songs. And it's just really cool. Like
Right.
they're just
That
top shelf. They're just top shelf. And so
that's
it was
awesome.
so cool seeing, of course I brought my little songs in, and we played it for them, and seeing how the songs obviously they play great, but seeing them kind of evolve and blossom into these
Hmm.
beautiful things, just hearing what they hear a song like, ooh, well, what if we did this on the guitar or on the keyboard or whatever.
Oh,
So
yeah.
anyway, I'm so excited.
I'm so
Oh,
excited for
that's
you,
so
girl.
cool.
Thanks, y'all.
We've
Man.
got Mr. 2000 from Napa Valley said that y'all come visit in California, Napa, and I will pour you a ton of wine.
Oh,
Mary,
that
let's take a
sounds.
trip. Let's take a trip.
I would love to. I feel like you'd be a really fun travel buddy, Shonda.
I'm
I really feel like you would be. I feel like you'd be so
Jeremy
much
will tell
fun.
you. I'm the
Yeah,
travel buddy.
she,
I'm
she'll,
like,
she'll she'll know everybody by the end of it. Um,
I believe that. I believe that 100%. Were you always that way, Shonda, as a little kiddo?
I was really shy until I got older. So yeah, it took some years, and then eventually I was like, if I don't open my mouth, I'm not gonna get what I want. So
I respect that, but there's nothing wrong with being quiet too, and probably you being quiet growing up made you even more of a sensitive person. I mean, that is a compliment, by the way, where you're able
oh,
to be in
oh,
tune with people. You know what I'm saying?
and I grew up in that stage where you were like, kids are to be seen, not heard. And
Right.
then I also was like, I like to observe people. So I'll never forget. It's so funny. My dad, he still laughs about it. He was like, they dragged me into school one day and they said, she doesn't talk really quick. Like, he was like, she thinks about it and then she responds. He was like, yeah, because she's thinking about what she wants to say, jackass. And like,
I love that. Yeah. And good for him for like sticking up for his daughter. You know what I'm
right.
saying? I love that.
Yeah, he's
And
the truth.
Brandon with the Moonshine Company says, "Happy birthday, Shonda." Hey, Brandon, how's
Thank
it going, buddy?
you. Yeah, we got
Scott
so many
Nelson.
comments.
Yeah, Scott Nelson's on here. Anthony
Hey,
Morose
Scott.
says, "Mary, when are you coming to Washington State?"
Man,
Oh,
I hope soon. I'd love to come to Washington State. I just have Washington State in my brain as just this gorgeous, obviously it is beautiful. I've seen pictures of it, but just this gorgeous place where I really want to drink some coffee. You know what I'm saying? With the rain
ooh,
coming down, you know?
that's my kind of
Hopefully
trip.
soon.
We got to go on a whole little trip tour. Like,
I love this idea. And I will say, I know that we're going out west some this year. Starting in April is when shows kind of get moving.
yeah,
I don't think Washington State is booked yet though, Sugar, just so you know. But hey, if you know a place, I know someone who'd like to be there.
There
Just
you go.
hit 'em
saying.
up.
And Daniel Monroe says, "Hey, Mary, great to see you on this podcast." And he said, "My sister and I recently saw you at the Burl, and we are looking forward to the Tortuga Music Festival."
Yo,
Ooh,
that's gonna be awesome. Well, first off, that makes me very happy. Brother, sister, hanging out, listening to music. I love that. That makes me very happy. And Tortuga, good little segue, Sugar. That is the first show of this year,
Okay,
which is really
excellent.
oh,
exciting. And that's like really cool. That's so we're starting out in Florida. The first three shows are in Florida. And then we're in
Oh,
Georgia,
wow,
by the way.
nice.
We're in Georgia. Jeremy, I'll have to
Yep.
hook you up with tickets if you want
Yeah,
to come.
yeah,
I'm
Jeremy, you need
brain.
to go this time.
Yeah,
yeah.
just let me know. No
Last
pressure,
time,
obviously.
unfortunately, I had to do some work. But yeah,
That's all
definitely
right
let me
though.
know this time.
Absolutely, baby doll. And I think the first one we're doing, there's a couple things coming up in Georgia. Maybe not everything's on the website yet. Apparently, and y'all, once again, may already know this, but all the venues, they have different timelines of whenever they
Mm-hmm.
announce dates, And
Yeah.
so we have a lot of stuff on the website, but just for folks to know, there's going to be more and more things rolling out. But y'all, there's a lot of places I ain't never even been before that we're going to be playing at this year. Like we're going to
Oh,
New
fun.
Jersey, we're playing in
Oh,
Wisconsin
wow.
several times, Kansas, we're doing
Okay.
Chicago, which is going to be cool. It's going to be really fun. I just feel like this year, my little New Year's resolution, and this might sound cheesy as all get out, but we will go Gouda for a second. I wanted to keep up with the running, listen to an album a day, all that stuff. But my new thing this year, I really just want to enjoy, like actually take it in, smell the roses, see what I did there with Bed of Roses. Hey, because
Yes.
here's the thing, y'all, we live such cool lives, we really do. But life goes by quickly. It honestly kind of freaks me out when we were yakking around before we start this thing, how long it's been since we've seen each other. Because in my
Yeah,
brain, it's like, oh, the 2 months
time
ago.
flies.
So
Yeah,
It
long,
time
but
flies.
so
flies.
quick.
It goes
Like,
so quick. Yes.
so quick.
I
Yeah,
guess it's better than the other way around. Like if you're not having a good time, you feel like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
every day's so long. Like I don't
Right.
know.
So you guys, we got some comments that's coming on the screen, but we also have them. I have my phone pulled up, so
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
And
ignoring everybody.
Uncle
No,
and
fill us in.
Uncle Joey says shots for Shonda's birthday.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna
Shot.
shots. Thank you, Uncle Joey. That's my
Happy
shot
birthday.
partner at Hillbilly Jam.
Yeah,
We
Uncle
randomly
Joey's a great dude.
off part.
Oh, I have an Uncle Joey as well. He's pretty great.
Quick side note, how he got that name, his real name is Jason. And
Yeah.
I heard him tell this story. Heard him tell this story. He was at somebody's house, they were doing something, and this kid runs up and goes, "Hey, Uncle Joey." It was his friend's kid and it stuck. I thought that was the cutest story I ever heard. So now
That's
he's
incredible.
Well,
What a great way to get a nickname.
right.
and his other nickname is he's the Sausage King of Maggie Valley now because last year at Hillbilly Jam in the summer, Sean and I, we came up with this idea of doing an after party after the festival every night
We want to
because
feed drunk people.
yeah, because the problem
Fair.
is after 10 p.m. everything's closed, and instead of people
Right.
risking trying to drive all the way to Waynesville to get food, we'd have food so people could come. Well, anyway,
That was smart.
somebody had brought some sausage. We're not really sure where it came from. It just showed up, and so Joey started like grabbed it, carried her out, and it started turning into a whole thing.
Yeah, we got video. I'll have to send it to you, Mary. Like you.
Oh yeah.
That sounds incredible.
Sean will have to send
Please
you the pictures. It's hilarious.
So
that's incredible.
So Moonshiner Chad got on us last night because he said we don't read the comments fast enough on our petty bestie.
Yeah, he said that was one of his grievances was we don't read comments fast enough.
Y'all are in the moment. You know, we might have added some little paprika to the conversation when we were yakking about Epstein.
Yeah,
there you go.
I don't know if that's what was bringing her, if it's something else, but.
So here we are, 30 minutes later. Chad, I see your comment. He said he loves He said he loves Buc-ee's and QT. I feel you, bro.
Oh, yeah. QT's got good pizza.
She says Buc-ee's is the Costco you can't get out there less than $200.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not wrong.
You'll end up with brisket and chips and beaver nuggets and a bunch of stuff you don't need.
They're kind of like Reese's. What are those? It has the peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah, I can't remember what those are called, but
they're so
those,
good.
Yeah.
Somebody will tell us.
They're so good.
KP's in the house. He said, "Happy birthday."
Hey, Kenny Mac. What's going on, buddy?
Mary Alice said, "Hey, y'all."
Hey, Mary Alice.
Hey, y'all.
She's awesome.
Stacy, my girlfriend Stacy, she said, "Happy birthday, bitch. Love ya. I love you too." Mary Alice said, "Happy birthday." Thank y'all. Oh, Phil Billy's in the house. He said, "Who is? Give me a song. Let's hear it."
Oh, well, you know what we should sing? I don't know if we'll be able to do this in unison with the time lag, but feel free, Jeremy, if you want to join. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shonda. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. You guys, listen, nobody can say they had that. So, hey.
That's right.
Happy birthday, girlfriend. I feel very honored, by the way, that you would spend your birthday evening with Samoa. Honestly.
Is there any other better way to spend it?
Well, that's very sweet. It shows how passionate you are about what you do, which is very inspiring.
Thank you. Phil Billy said, "I'm gonna need a session right now if you don't mind." He said, "Let her sing her song." Well, she did.
Yeah, she just sang you something, buddy.
And he said he's never been to the West Coast. Listen, we need a tour bus driver for all of us.
That'd be incredible. Honestly, we got the Hustle Highway tour.
There you go.
Yes, and with Podcast Live, yes.
That'd be pretty dope, honestly. But continue.
Jim Parker said, "Hey y'all,
Hey Jim." Jim and April are they're the most wonderful people. Unfortunately, today, I mean, obviously a lot of people wanted to see him, but the president is actually in their town today. In their town today.
Wow.
So yeah, their town was a bit packed with folks today.
I bet so.
And it's funny because it's usually it's a small town. I mean, they only live about 45 minutes from me. But you know, there's not much out here. And but yeah, today was a busy day out there.
I wonder what happens in a town when the president comes.
It gets crazy.
Like, what do? Do they like
shut
shut
every road down? That they
they close all the roads down. They screw up all the traffic. It's
wow. That's crazy, y'all.
Phil Billy, I have to tell you, Mary, Phil Billy is like a big influencer in the moonshine community. And he has a ton of followers and does a ton of great things for great. Like him and his cousin Easy are just you'll meet them at Farm to Bottle. They are
you'll meet them.
But he just said the funniest shit, you guys.
Listen.
He said, "I lost my booty hole at a P. Diddy party one time." I'm so done with you, Phil Billy. I'm so done.
Well, you can't be too surprised. A man that will prove to you that you can distill urine and drink it has definitely got to get out
There's
there a
no
little.
limit. The limit does not exist.
Exactly. He's got a whole YouTube video of it that's like practically viral. I mean,
That's crazy.
he's
I didn't know that
totally
was a thing.
He did say happy birthday, thank you. And then he
yeah.
said, suck some helium out of one of them balloons and sing us out in one song.
That would be incredible. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, there's just so many comments. And
Yeah.
because
April Wright says she's from Kentucky, and she says
oh
thank you. She said thank you for talking about things that most people are afraid to say out loud, but that everyone knows they need to hear.
Wow,
amen.
that means a lot. Go Kentucky.
Yay.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Kentucky. Yes. RJ said happy birthday, thank you. And then Toby's in the house. Hey
Oh,
Toby.
hey Toby, what's going on, buddy?
We're gonna leave it alone. There's so many Phil Philly's killing me. Like, just so
Yeah.
I hope he's still in here. And then my girlfriend Dee Dee, she's a master distiller as well. And
Yep.
I would hope she would consider coming to Farm to Bottle. But
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
So
Dee Dee's awesome.
she lives in Oregon.
Dee
And
does bead work on skulls, like cow skulls and steer skulls and stuff. Very cool
Whoa.
stuff.
it's
It
very,
looks cool.
very cool. And
That's so cool. Man, I wish I was a visual artist like that. That's so cool.
Dee Dee's a
What a
busybody.
gift.
She's so awesome. You tell her a
Yeah.
recipe, she's in there making her mash. She's about to
Yeah,
moonshine it
she,
up.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love
yeah,
it.
she
Girl
makes some
works.
liquor.
And Kara's in the house. Kara said,
Hey, Kara.
she said, I'm an excellent road trip buddy.
Yeah, man, you're
that's
getting
right.
some little referrals now, some little, background check. Or like, yep, she's got it.
I'm the travel, listen, because I will find us the chill spot where, and I'll get us there the best way we can.
I like it.
I'm telling you, we need Mary to come and to one of the parties we do at the cabins.
Well,
That'd be fun.
speaking of parties, we're going to slip a little news out. And I hope everybody's in here to know. Jeremy and I have teamed up and we are going to be releasing, we've been dropping little hints, but we're going to be releasing our own moonshine with Hoochie Hooch. So the podcast punch will be coming out soon. And we'll have Hoochie Hooch come on and we'll talk about it more. But so hopefully, Mary, we'll see where you're at when we release and everybody can just come party.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, right
I'm
now
so excited for y'all. What do
right
y'all
now the
not do?
label's
Seriously. Sorry, Jeremy, I talked right over you.
Oh, I'm sorry. The label's being worked on and working on getting approved. So hopefully soon.
Yeah.
How did y'all cook up that idea?
It's been a long time coming. It's funny because Shonda and I met actually at a distillery a long time ago at a kind of a moonshiners party, so to speak.
Cool.
And from there, from talking and stuff, and obviously her husband Drew's a great dude and stuff, and we've all had a lot of fun together. We became friends, and then I was doing this podcast with Roger, who you met, who came to the your concert, and stuff, and so I was talking to Shonda one day, and I was like, yeah, we need to have you on more often, and so she kind of came on. Well, she and I kind of started doing the podcast thing, and at the same time, she makes liquor, I make liquor. It's kind of goes back in our roots a little bit, and so we started talking about it and started thinking, it would be a cool idea. Well, let's do this. And so that's how it kind of came about.
Yeah, we had met up with Hooch. We were going to be in Tennessee to support our other friend Justin, and
Justin Meredith.
And he makes a taco shine, girl.
Oh,
you
he makes
taco.
It tastes just like a taco. I mean, even the corn shell is there. I mean,
that's crazy.
It's awesome. It makes the best Bloody Mary on the planet.
Yeah.
I mean, yum.
So we
Yeah.
went over to with him, and
Yeah.
he drove. We got real lucky that
Yeah.
day. Shout out
He
to
drove. Thank you, Justin.
Right. So we went over and we met. I had already knew Hoochie Hooch Distillery,
Yep.
but I had not met them, and none of us
Yeah.
had. So we all got to meet, and then afterwards, we talked, and they offered a great deal. So I was like, let's do it. And
That's cool.
I wanted to bring Jeremy along because Jeremy brought me along with the podcast. So, and I thought about it. I said, Jeremy, we're always drinking on the podcast. Everybody I
That
know
sounds
is
great.
drinking on
We're
the
always drinking.
podcast. Everybody's drinking. So let's do a podcast punch. I want to bring you along. And they were so down for it. So shout out to Hooch Hooch. We love you.
Yeah. Thank
And
you, guys.
can't wait. So we've spilled the beans.
Oh, that's so exciting, y'all.
I'm
That's
so-
huge. That's so huge. That's so
Going
cool.
nuts.
Thank
And
you.
actually, great comment there. Appreciate that. Anthony Rose says, if it wasn't that I haven't drank in years, you guys sound like great people to have a drink with.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you, sir.
Good people.
Actually, this looks weird, but everybody last night
Tell her
got
what
to
you
find
did.
out. Well, I make a peach brandy that you can taste the peach outstandingly.
Yeah.
Well, I had this idea that if I throw, fresh jalapeno slices in there and make a peach jalapeno drink.
Whoa.
Well, the only problem is if you leave jalapenos in there long enough, it pretty much obliterates all the peach flavor, and you just have jalapeno. And so
I bet it's good though. Is
Put a
it
whole
spicy?
jalapeno.
it's still good. It's just not quite what I was going for.
He needs a slice, not a whole jalapeno in there.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have put that much in there.
And speaking of Hoochie Hooch Distillery, Joe Lawhorn is in the house.
Hey, Joe.
His fiance Jennifer, they own Hoochie Hooch, and he said it's all in the works. Why you think I've been running my ass off the past few days? You're welcome. I'm glad we are here at Hoochie Hooch can help y'all.
Hey, thank you, brother. Love y'all.
Love y'all. We can't wait. It's gonna be great.
I'm so pumped for y'all.
And we're gonna have a lot of fun, man.
You guys, I just got the best. I just glanced down at my phone. I have to tell you this. And Mary, I'm gonna have to get like some shipping info from you. One of my girlfriends, I met her at a party probably, oh gosh, it's probably been at least 14, 15 years ago or around that. And we met at a party. She was DJing, became instant friends, loved her vibe. She's a wonderful mom, and she has her baby Mason. He makes bracelets. He has autism.
Yeah.
And they've been working on moonshiner bracelets, but it's a Facebook page called correct me if I'm wrong, Tracy.
Bracelets.
Bracelets by Mason's Minions.
I love it.
And so we'll have to get you a bracelet, girl. But oh my
awesome.
God. Right now, I think she said he's obsessed with the SeaWorld. So she's like, girl, I gotta start getting these bracelets out because I gotta take it.
What a great idea too with the Facebook page and all. That's so cool.
So we here in Cincinnati, her and I both have season tickets to the Bengals, and she brought Mason, so I got to see him last time, so I was so excited. But she brings bracelets for both teams, and she'll do like cancer survivor ones and stuff like that.
Wow.
And so I've been able to share them with people, and she'll be like, pass these out, and I'm like, okay. So I'll just like see other little kids or people, and I'm like, hey, take this, and she puts a little note in there for the Facebook page and stuff. Wonderful. Like, she's such an amazing mama and such an amazing.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah,
that's incredible. That's so cool.
We'll have to get you a bracelet, girl.
I would love to wear one of them bracelets, That's really cool.
I told her she better bring her ass to Farm to Bottle. So
she
speaking
needs
of Farm to Bottle,
Oh yeah,
Shauna, you've been
yeah,
busy. You're
Mary.
even on the board of that. Like I said, I do not know what you don't do. I'm so excited about that. That's gonna be cool. Well, earlier this week, whenever I was on the the live with them, we were yakking. I guess they had just announced that I was coming on there,
Yep.
Yeah.
with the Farm to Bottle Festival, and that's gonna be here before you know it.
Yeah.
Honestly, just in a couple
Yeah.
months. It sounds like an awesome time. It
It.
It's
really
a lot
They.
does.
of fun. It is. And I'm new
Yeah.
to the board. I'm new to
Yeah.
it and I'm learning, but I want to give them every connection I can.
Mhm.
So, girl, when you hit me up and said, "Hey, what's up? Let's do a podcast."
Yep.
I was like,
Yep.
"Y'all better." I said, "If you want her for Farm to Bottle, you better book her. You better
Well,
do
that means
it."
a lot to me that, I'm so excited. Like, I was just doing my own little deep dive. I was like, this looks like a party, y'all. Like,
It
y'all
is.
get some good people. We can have a good time. And
Um,
it's also just, I mean, honestly, like, what a cool, I told them this the other night when we were hanging out. I was like, this sounds cheesy. I feel like I keep on going to Gouda Town, but, it is really cool. Of course, in my family legacy, getting to play at something like that. It's just really cool. How
Yeah.
many years have they been doing
yeah.
it?
I'm not
Um,
exactly sure on how many years because Dan has actually done like I think it was Rock the Block and there's a couple
Cool.
other events he
yeah.
does.
Dan's awesome.
It's a
He's
lot.
so
But
cool.
I'm a new one coming in, so I'm trying to it's a lot, and I'm trying to remember who's who and all the. I've
Yep.
not been on a board before like that, so it's all new to me. But I'm like, I'm here to just help everybody do smooth. But it's
Well, that's
great.
no ego, baby. I
It's
respect
Well,
that. I know there's a lot of pieces to put in a festival together. I mean,
yes.
everything from like obviously entertainment, but then there's like, even down to like the parking,
Even
the
yeah,
oh yeah.
the
bathroom
staffing.
situation, all that.
Park. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Parking, the vendors, the security,
Yes.
even porta potties.
Right.
Yeah.
Bathrooms.
Well, and
Right.
All
this
that.
venue
It,
is so it's I mean, they have where the distillers are they're inside. It's air
Cool.
conditioned in the
That's
vendors.
great.
And then there's outside. Phil Billy said this is the third year. I was
okay.
thinking third or fourth. I wasn't exact.
Um.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
gonna be great.
actually, speaking of festivals, Jim and April Parker, who we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
out there in Rome, and Jim Parker actually, if you were to Google um, a guy named C.W. Parker, big time moonshiner family, goes way back, and the Parkers are descendants of his, and
Mm.
actually their family. If you ever, and actually this might be a great idea for a story, Mary.
Mm.
The Daisy Mountain Moonshine Wars. The Parker
Mm.
family was involved in that. They had a war with another family, and actually everybody talks about the Hatfield McCoys.
Similar.
The Parker feud was actually larger than that. They even did their truce on national radio. It was, I mean, like a big deal.
Whoa.
Yeah.
New
And so,
song.
but Jim and
I'm
April
so
Parker,
intrigued.
yeah, Jim and April Parker, we're working with them to, we're bringing out a festival in October called
Uh-huh.
Shining in the Bend.
That's cool.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
in Georgia.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Cause
if
they,
you need musical guests, I mean, I'm just being that person. I have no shame. Put me in, coach. That's so cool. And what a cool story. Like
oh, yeah. Oh,
the
yeah. Yeah.
Daisy Mountain Moonshiners,
Yeah, Daisy Mountain Moonshine Wars, and
Moonshine
we,
Wars.
yeah, we had them on the show. I mean, like I said, they only live 45 minutes from me, so I mean, I go out there and hang out with Parkers all the time. Love them, they're family.
The
Um,
Parkers are amazing.
oh yeah, they're great people, and I'll tell you, April Parker is a fireball. I mean, that
Yes,
that that
ma'am.
that little lady. I mean, she will light up a room. It's, um, but yeah, we've had them on the show a couple times, talking about the family and talking about the feud and that kind of stuff.
That's cool. Wow.
So yeah, yeah, very
That's
cool
so
folks.
cool. My goodness, y'all. There's so many different, folks I feel like in this community and so many stories and ways they got into the moonshine world and like, even just the history. It's just really fascinating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
just so cool. I don't
I
know.
love it.
There's out there a lot of good recipes too. Just saying. And Happy
Well,
Accident is like your jalapeno one.
Oh yeah, well, and it's funny because well, actually, I'll tell you one of my best accidents. Unfortunately, Shauna knows this. I can't recreate it because I didn't write down anything. One of my best accidents actually was what I called the flying rose, and we had it up at a party up at the cabins and stuff. Everybody loved it, and I hate myself because I did not write down what I did to even create this
I
drink.
told you.
I mean, oh, it just I do.
Write it
But
down.
but more recently, I have made a clear cotton candy, and I did write down how I made that one.
Jeremy, you're gonna have
Oh,
to
go ahead.
start filming yourself when you're doing the recipe. So
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you don't even gotta
That's
write it down.
smart.
there you go.
That's
Yeah,
smart. How do y'all think of the recipes? Like, how does that? I mean, y'all are kind of like chefs in a way. I mean, that sounds, dramatic, but I'm being serious. Like, how do
Oh,
y'all know
right.
what's gonna? How do you
I
know what's
actually
gonna go together and do all that?
we've actually talked about this before,
Yeah.
and it's funny because a lot of people that are able to make some really good flavors
Mhm.
also happen to be able to make very good food. Shonda bakes excellently. Um, she's an outstanding baker.
That's that Kentucky
Yum.
bacon.
Benny
Yeah, it is,
Benny
baby.
Benny McClure Tater. He I'll tell you, he is probably one of the best smoker barbecuers out there.
Mm.
I mean, wow, he can
Oh,
make some food.
Girl,
Um,
never mind. Because
yeah,
yeah.
oh that
But
yeah that
what?
yeah
I
that
won't say
bear
who. I won't say who.
yeah yeah
But
they're
somebody brought some
oh man, we had some bear stew that was so freaking awesome. Oh, it was the greatest. I mean,
bear.
wow.
I've never
It,
had bear before.
Me neither.
oh, it's
That makes me feel better. What's it
if it's
like? What would you compare it to?
I would say it's literally the best roast beef you've ever had in your life. I mean, if it's done right.
Yeah, right,
Um,
right. You got to know how to
I've
cook it. Yeah.
yeah, I've heard from folks that it can be very gamey, but what we had was definitely not that way. I mean,
That is
it was
wild.
so tender,
Good
so
for my
flavorful,
stomach.
so
It
delicious. It was perfect.
Wow,
And yeah,
that's so.
Shonda doesn't even eat meat, and she liked it.
That is true, Shauna. You wouldn't have. Yeah.
I
It
wasn't
was
gonna not try it though. And I was like, if
yeah.
I get sick, I get sick. It
Yeah, you
didn't make
can,
me
yeah, but
sick.
yeah, you can't be there and have some, and especially the person
Right.
who was cooking it, you can't turn it down. I
His
Oh,
mean,
dog, I
100%.
had to try it.
That's wild. Man, that sounds like a
um,
heck of a party. And that does make sense that good cooks will be good at making good shine. That makes sense. You
yeah,
gotta almost know that
it's
taste
the
or
flavor,
something.
yeah, the flavor
Flavors.
profiles that go together, and
Yes.
I think I have. That's why I have a lot of fun with it,
Me too.
just because I like experimenting with the different flavors. I also like experimenting with different ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's things that nature does that's pretty amazing, and if you're able to capture that and use it, it's outstanding. For example, um, a lot of folks out there know like a lactobacillus infection in your mash is actually it's a fungus, but it's actually not bad. It's a good thing, depending on what
Jeremy's
you're making.
saying he's in the fungus, Mary. He's in the
No,
fungus.
well, yeah, I
Good.
am
That
kind of
is
in the fungus,
fascinating. I don't know any of this stuff. Fill me in,
but then
baby.
oh, but yeah, like I have a particular barrel that I refuse to clean because I'm able to bring that same infection back every single time.
Wow.
And
That's
it
science,
eh,
honestly.
well, what it does is it adds fruity flavors into
Mm.
the taste of the liquor. Um, and
Wow.
stuff. And now it does rob a little bit of the alcohol because lactobacillus actually eats alcohol, so it does take a
Really?
little bit of it, but it's good flavor. The other, and folks do all kinds of experiments. I know Amanda Bryant just put out a video about something they had been working on when they did the show Moonshiners. She had put some jars aside with some different things in them and had heated them, and
Mm.
they actually started fermenting as little micro fermentations in these little jars, and she actually
Wow.
was able to figure out which ones would taste better by the end of that. So
Whoa.
it is a lot. I think the
Science.
folks that really do well at it and enjoy it, it's because they like the experimentation and all of those kind of things.
Yeah. You are a little scientist in there and a little chef at the same time. That's crazy.
It's crazy because you can literally make liquor almost out of anything.
Oh, you can, yeah.
So, and
If
hey,
it
go ahead.
produces sugar, you can make liquor out of it.
How did y'all first get into making shine? Because I didn't ask y'all that last time, I don't think. Like, how did
No,
y'all first get into it?
I don't know how Jeremy got into it, but I grew up like you, in Kentucky, and my dad worked in Ohio, so we would live here and bounce back and forth.
Mhm.
But my family, my uncle was a bootlegger,
Mhm.
and I just grew up knowing there was something going on in the woods, and I could help bring this fruit or this corn, but I better not say nothing, and that's why I was a real quiet kid. Like,
and
Yeah, you was.
actually, speaking of the Parkers, April Parker just said, "Hi, peeps." Hey,
hi.
April. Good to see
Hey,
you, Mama
Also,
Parker.
Parker.
Solomon
Love you.
Sutton just
Love you,
joined.
Mama.
Hi, he said
Oh,
happy
hey,
birthday to
Solomon. How's it
love.
going, man?
Thank you.
Solomon Sutton is the son of Popcorn Sutton.
No way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Wow.
yeah,
Well, pretty
And
good family legacy right there.
yeah.
and Anthony Moreau says alligator is good too. Yeah, alligator is freaking awesome, bro. Here in Georgia, yeah, we down South Georgia, you can hunch up some good alligator.
That's right.
Louisiana
Yeah.
got some too. I'll eat it. Like, I'll
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, you fry that up. Oh, that's good. But yeah, I mean, I guess for me, it's my grandfather. Growing up, my grandfather always had big, huge cars with big, gigantic engines in them. And him and my dad and my uncles were always working on these cars to make them much faster.
Yep.
And I never really thought much of it. But once I got older, it finally, kind of came out that, yeah, Grandpa, those big cars with big trunks and big engines hold
Yeah.
a lot of liquor. And so now the funny thing is I mean, growing up in North Carolina, you grow up around a lot of liquor. And
Yep.
so I actually had a lot of friends of mine that families made liquor, things like that. I was around it, around stills, those kind of things. But I still never knew that that's what my grandfather was into, and so it's kind of funny that, I ended up finding that out later on. And it was something, hell, the funny thing is, if he or my grandmother knew of the people I was hanging out with, they would have been appalled, and they would have been, my grandmother did not like alcohol. That was it's funny because my
like beat you.
grandfather, grandma acted like she had no idea what he did. And anytime any of us kids, it's funny because anytime any of us kids would go out somewhere, I remember constantly my grandmother saying, "Don't y'all get in any of those spirits while you're out there."
Oh,
And
wow.
so she was dead set against alcohol. But at holidays, there were always two bowls of punch, one for the kids, one for the adults. But grandma would pretend like she didn't know what was in that adult one.
You gotta respect the lady, though. She, like, you know what I mean?
My granny
You
was the
know.
same way. My granny act like she didn't. She turned 80, and we threw a huge 80th birthday party, and she said, and she used to be a go-go dancer. She used to tell me, she said, "Girl, you get it from me. You like to dance, you get it from me." And I'm like, I never, like, she would drink like one beer on New Year's. Like, she would never do nothing. But when she turned 80, she leaned in and she said, "Get me a 7 and 7." And I said,
Yep.
you're 80 freaking years old. We don't got to whisper. And if anybody in here
Yep.
don't like it, they can kiss our butt. Like, and
That's
Yeah, the way I
adorable.
look at it is, if you've made it to 80, you can have whatever the hell you want.
she
Ain't
made it
that the
to,
truth?
she made
Ain't
it
that
to
the truth?
82, God rest her soul. But yeah, she was a hoot, man. She was.
Yeah,
That's
Anthony Rose says, don't forget the heavy duty suspension on the back of those moonshine cars. That's true.
It's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, especially that was why in the 70s and 80s you had a lot of cars loaded up on air shocks.
Yeah.
Um, so those air shocks would hold that back end up, but once you loaded it up, it looked like the car rode normal.
That's crazy. Ain't that wild?
Mary, do you get to see any pictures? Because I know your family, your grandpa, like your great
Yep.
grandfather, right?
Great
Was
granddaddy.
the
Yep.
bootlegger. Yeah. Do they have any pictures of the vehicles or anything?
You know, there's a picture of. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, there wasn't a lot of photos of them. I've only seen two of them, two photos of them. I'm sure there's more of them there, obviously.
Were there
Because this
any
was in the
photos of
20s, you
him?
know. Do it
Were
I
now?
there
have
any were there any
I have
photos of
one
him with the
picture.
church?
Yeah.
Because he pretty much built the church in town, right?
Yeah, he donated a lot of the money that went towards
Yeah.
it, and I have my parents have one picture that's one of those traditional, like with like the whole family, they were
Yeah.
as many kids as they had at the time. I don't think my grandpa was even born at the time of that picture, but maybe the first five kiddos, he was number 9 of 10, just to put it in your brains.
Yeah.
And then the other picture of him is him and my great grandmother standing out. I think it was in front of their house. I'll have to look, but not that I know of in front of the church, though, which is kind of wild, to think about, but I kind of wonder, like, I feel like back in the day, they weren't like they are now where people are taking pictures all the time. I wish they had been,
They weren't. And
you
so
know?
when my husband's grandmother died, we went and cleaned out the house and he found a picture and he comes running to me and he goes, "Look at this picture." And it's in a grandfather clock here in a frame.
Mm,
His grandfather was a safecracker for the mob.
wow.
And he knows a bunch of stories, but
Mhm.
the picture I said, "I know where that is. It's the Syndicate in Newport, Kentucky, which was known for we ran liquor up and down the river,
Yep.
and it's very known for all the mob activity
Yep.
and there's a bunch of stories in the tri-state area." But I
Mhm.
was like, "That's really cool that you have that picture, like."
That's really, well, and it does kind of make you think, and I never thought about that before, Jeremy, with like, obviously now, he was the very back end, and my mom was the very back end of her. They had 7 kids, my grandpa did. So, like,
Mhm.
I kind of wonder, like, honestly, next time I'm back home, I kind of want to bring that up to my mom. Like, maybe one of her older siblings, my Aunt Joyce, who is 20
Yeah.
years older than my mom, maybe she's got something. That's a really good point. It'd be
Yeah,
really
because
cool to see those things.
oh yeah, it's well, and stumbling on actually, it's funny. Sometimes even Googling stuff, you'll find pictures of your family you didn't know were out there. Like, for
Ancestry.
example, like, well, I mean, like with the
Mhm.
Parkers, you Google and all of a sudden you stumble upon, oh, Uncle C.W. Parker and his moonshine still.
Wow.
Well, if
Wow.
I started Googling some of my family and my grandma. I found where the elementary school she went to school with, literally a picture of her as an elementary kid around 11 years old,
Oh,
a picture out in this one room, schoolhouse, her and all the kids. And when I saw it, I was like, there's no way that's my grandma. And I kept zooming in and I started looking. I was like, oh my God, that really is her.
that's
And,
cool.
but she
Wow.
was listed. And I thought to myself, wow, even these people who have been dead since before the internet came out
Wow.
don't
Yeah.
even know that their pictures are out here on the internet for people to see.
That's a good point. Little did they know on picture day back in 19 whatever. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
And they
in the
never
early
Wow.
smiled. They were
1900s.
like, they took
Right?
Yeah,
pictures
oh,
like real
yeah, and
serious.
So
they didn't smile.
serious.
Yeah, they didn't smile.
Yes.
They looked pissed off.
So
It does kind of make you wonder, y'all. And actually, I have no basis of what I'm about to say, by the way. So it might sound really dumb once I say it out loud. So just hang with me. How is it the Amish that don't take pictures, or is it the
Yeah, yeah,
Thomas,
Amish.
okay, so that
Yeah,
being said, rewind right quick. When did that become kosher then for everyone else to be taking pictures? I don't know. I genuinely
yeah,
don't know. Because
yeah,
obviously a lot of their things that they hold on to are from, what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know.
yeah.
Of course, photographs have been around a while, not for everyone, but for a lot of folks, so it is, I don't know.
Yeah, they
Obviously,
look
the
at it
big,
as I like to watch the Amish reality shows.
yeah.
The Amish Mafia.
I
Oh,
swear, I'm watching one now called Suddenly Amish, and I'm like, stop it! Like
oh,
people who want to become
there's
Amish,
a
it's
there's an
crazy.
Amish guy that makes Sora videos. It's hilarious because and I guess you can't say Amish. They're actually Mennonites. The Mennonites are
Mm.
No,
allowed.
there's different types of
Well,
Amish.
well,
Yeah, what's the
that's the
difference
thing.
of a
The
Mennonite
Mennonites,
and Amish person?
yeah, the Mennonites are Amish, but they're allowed to wear colors. They can drive cars. They can do
Wow.
some things, you know. But this guy does these Sora videos where he transforms the horse and buggies into either jacked up pickup trucks or like drag
Radios.
cars or all this.
I've seen
That's
it.
It's
hilarious.
hilarious.
You guys,
Sora's crazy.
Sora's crazy.
Yeah.
You guys, there's a Walmart I go to. It's like 20 minutes down the street, and it's kind of country, right? And we get some Amish folks in there, or whatever the right word is, Mennonite. But I'm a free spirit, and I like to wear my crop tops and my,
Yeah, you too, girl.
listen. I walk in there and I walk down the aisle in Walmart, and they see me and they turn their kids' heads, and
Well,
Just thinking they knew you're a little moonshiner. They'd be
that's
running out of the Walmart. They'd be like, come on, kids, let's get out of here.
it's so funny because like one day Drew noticed it. It's been about a year or so, but like he noticed it. He was like, "Man, that was real judgy," and I was like, "Hey, listen, I'm not here. Listen, I'm here to get my groceries."
That is what think about if you were Amish or Mennonite or whatever. You walk into a Walmart. Can
yeah.
you
Oh wow.
imagine just your
All new.
perspective? It'd
Yeah.
be different. It'd be real different. You know what I'm saying? And they're so on the straight and narrow of a lot of different things that just, I don't
Yeah,
know. Imagine your worldview. It would just be totally different.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you
It
look at
would.
me. I got tattoos.
Right.
I probably don't got a bra on. You know what I mean?
They're keeping it natural, baby. They
Right,
probably don't either. They ain't going to Victoria's
Yeah.
Secret.
right, right. So that's where I'm like, look, we're the same.
Tomato.
Right. But I'm like, it's kind of funny. And I'm like, then I have my judgy ass dog with me who likes to bark at everybody and try to
Or
bite if
Duncan.
they come near me. He's like, as long as you keep your space, he's
What
good.
kind of dog do you have?
Oh, girl, Duncan's a Chihuahua Pomeranian rat terrier.
Wow, there's a lot of fights going on in such a little
He's
body.
mean. He's just
He's a
mean.
menace.
That's all right. Somebody has to be. There ain't nothing wrong with that. He's just watching out for his mama.
I'll have to send you this meme I posted the other day.
I don't think it's he watches out for his mama. It's he acts like his mama.
Like
Just
mother, like
mean.
son.
He's like, what are
That's
you doing? And he talks. He literally talks. So but he's so smart. I spend a lot of time with him. So, he'll give you a high five. He'll play dead. He'll do all the little tricks.
oh,
He's my protector, bro. He's like, hey,
I would love to meet him.
if I ever get pulled over and he's in the car, I'm screwed.
You going to prison, girl. So is he. He go to puppy jail.
Yeah.
Like, don't touch my mom. Rawr. Yeah. Mary, you don't have any animals?
No, I really want one though. I would really love to get a doggy. I have this bad trait about me that I tend to have like a goal. I'm like, oh, once I reach this goal, I'm gonna reward myself. Then I move the carrot. It's
Yeah.
actually not a good thing, but I've done it for years. Ever since I was a kid, with just different things. You know what I'm talking about? I can already tell. Girls like me too. Well, this is the thing. So I had done that with me, a little puppy dog. I love dogs. I love cats too. Really, all the furry animals. I really do love them, but. I kept on moving whenever I first moved to Nashville, I was like, once I get a major label cut as a writer, I'll get a doggy. That happened, like, oh, we should wait. That'll be expensive. I'll wait till I get a publishing deal. Well, see, now where I'm at is this. It's almost like I know we're gonna be on the road a bunch. I'm not on a bus yet. I'm not on a tour bus. I hope to be. soon, but I'm
Yeah.
not yet. And so my brain's kind of like, if I got a doggy now, even a small doggy, do I bring him on the van or do I wait till I don't want to have to leave him in Nashville?
Right.
So where my brain
Yeah.
is now, truly, I really do want a dog. Y'all, I was literally yakking about this earlier today. I want a dog so bad, but I'm gonna
Oh,
wait till we get a bus. Once there's a bus and I feel like I can bring the doggy and I would love for him to love on, the fans and stuff, get to meet the
Yeah.
fans or meet and greet. That'd be really fun. But once
yeah.
we get to that level, that's where my brain's at.
Right.
Y'all will
Yeah.
meet him. I
No,
already have a
that.
name picked out too. Do y'all want to know his name?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, this is like since the very beginning with the carrot, I've had the name picked out. His name will be Rufus,
Okay.
and I want a
And
white fluffy dog, a
okay.
Oh,
shedding
Like
machine.
a Eskimo Spitz or something like that.
Yes, and
Yeah.
actually Samoyeds. I don't know if you've seen them.
Oh yeah.
They look so
Samoyed.
similar, just a little
Big.
fluffier.
oh,
Yeah. Samoyed's just a gigantic Eskimo Spitz.
You are correct. Literally, like just everyone for your own happiness. Just look it up later. It's Samoyed, Samoyed. That's the type of
Yeah.
doggy I've been looking
They
towards
they're a
getting for
big. Yeah.
years.
They're a big white furry dog.
Yeah,
and
literally
And
a shedding machine, which is
yeah.
bad because
Yeah.
I'm normally wearing black, and so that's just gonna be crazy on stage. You see that? I mean, moving around, there were little white fuzz hairs flying off of me.
I carry a lint brush everywhere with me.
That's
But
smart.
I shaved Duncan recently because I was trying to trim his hair and he does not like it. So he got shaved.
How
My
does
God,
he look?
he's cute. It's growing back, but he's fat. So it's like I see your fat roll. And he's on a diet, so he's a little hangry right now. He's
And that's just
Yeah.
adding to his spice.
I,
Scott
Feed me.
Scott
I
Nelson
thought he was
says
gonna be like,
Chihuahuas are. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, Chihuahuas are, yeah.
Yeah. Scott Nelson says Chihuahuas are great small dogs. I have one.
I
Um,
I had
my
Chihuahuas.
my my little dog is a Maltese and she's mean as hell.
She's so
Um,
freaking
she
cute. Oh,
she sucks people in because she's a little white fur ball, and
Yeah.
so people think, oh, everybody wants to touch her, and
yeah.
I have to immediately tell, please God, don't reach towards that dog because she will take your freaking finger off. I mean, she
I felt
and
bad at Walmart because everybody's like, "Hey," and I'm like,
yeah.
"Don't do that!
Yeah,
Don't do
don't touch her. Don't even reach because even though she's not barking at you right now, she will take that finger right off.
That's
it!"
hilarious. That's
she's
hilarious.
she's she's bit me before. There was one time we were camping and my son was over by the fire. I'm sitting there, and this little old lady, I saw her eyeballing the dog. And I was like, oh, please, God, don't do that. And she starts walking towards my dog. And of course, my dog's not doing a thing, just staring at her. And so she thinks she's fine. She keeps walking, and I finally run over. I grab my dog just as my dog's getting ready to attack her. And when I picked my dog up, my dog bit me. I mean, put holes through my hand. I'm standing there talking to the lady. I've got my hand behind my back, and I can feel the blood dripping off my hand. And
I
her husband could tell something happened, and he tells his wife, honey, why don't we leave these folks alone? Let them enjoy their breakfast, and stuff. Because he could tell that, yeah, that dog just bit the living crap out of him. And I told her,
such a
I said,
gentleman.
ma'am, I said, I'm sorry. I said, but she's just not real friendly to people she doesn't know.
Duncan
Now
was
with
on
my
the other side of
grandkids
the
though,
door.
she loves my grandkids. I mean, God, she is all over my grandkids.
Well, she just
She
got to warm
even
up to the people.
Oh, she was all over my daughter-in-law when my daughter-in-law was pregnant.
I
And
know.
when those twins were born, it was almost like she knew, yeah, I knew them before they were
Oh,
here. And she
No.
loves those two. I mean, if they show up in the front yard and she sees them, she can't control herself. She's like trying to dig out of the window, dig through the door to get at
oh,
those two kids, man. She loves them.
Dogs
that's
love
so
their people.
sweet.
That's what
Yeah.
Dogs are the best. Like literally.
they really are. And he
Yeah.
was at the other side of the door. That's why I was like, let me let you in. He's
There
like,
We're
he
talking
is.
about you, baby. He's like, yeah, you
Dunkster.
are.
he's
The
all
You
sleepy.
are.
dunkster.
Look how sleepy he is. He's like,
There he is. Yeah.
oh, I'm so sleepy.
Oh, it's past his bedtime.
It's, he's a hoot.
Like,
He's a
Mom, we got to celebrate your birthday. Where are my doggy biscuits? Come on, get it
girl.
Exactly.
together, Mom.
So,
Oh,
fun fact.
that's a spoiled little dog right there.
Tell it's his birthdays, girl. Oh my God.
Oh,
He like
he gets
he
his
has
little
a
pup
whole
cups all
photo
the time.
shoot. He has a cake. Well, he decided he don't like the doggy cake, so we got him cheese. We got him hot dogs from the Skyline. But
Yeah, you did.
he gets he's a monster. He gets it all. But the kids, I got him a sweater. And it says favorite child.
Yep.
And my daughter's like, "Are you seriously going to buy that right in front of me?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely. He's my
She
favorite." I'm like,
she literally takes that dog through drive-throughs just to get him a freaking pup cup.
"Yeah, he
I
deserves."
love that.
Yeah, that's my rule. He's
I
my
He's
love
he's
that.
spoiled. He's
where's
spoiled
Ava?
rotten.
Where's
This
Ava?
is the best time to be a doggy. I'll tell you what, throughout history, never been a better time to be a dog.
Never been a better
Yeah.
time. And you know what? My like I don't know. I've traveled out of the country a lot. And when you go to these other countries and there's these dogs just wild, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to take them all home.
It's wild. You know,
The
well,
little
better
creep.
than
The
like, where
little.
is it where they eat the doggies? That's somewhere in Asia. Is that China? No.
Ooh,
Where's that at? Where is it? No, it's
That's
not
what.
China.
Yeah. That's what
Where's it
people
at?
say. People say that Chinese people do. I don't know.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say my Vietnamese family does not eat dogs. Like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that.
Wow.
But
Shonda,
Cambodia,
Shonda,
like
Shonda's brother though is quite the comedian because he puts her niece into a Chinese takeout box outfit just
noodles
to take pictures of her.
because they're
That's
Asian.
so cute.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And now we got a second baby on the way, so it's gonna be
Oh,
fun.
that's awesome.
Wait, I'm like reuse that noodle blanket. You know.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm always excited to be an auntie. Always. I'm like
Yes.
send them babies to me.
That's so well, being an aunt is the best thing. You know what I'm saying? You're to have fun, then send them back. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Oh,
You know
Well,
what I'm saying? You can be the cool aunt.
that's the
he's in
benefit of being a
California, so
grandparent.
I just pull up and I'm like, we going to Disneyland and then
Oh.
you know.
Oh man, Disneyland sounds fun.
Girl, you get
Oh.
2 parks in one there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, is that the what's the other one called? Adventure or something? No, that's not what it's
It's
called.
Hollywood Studios.
It's Hollywood
Yeah.
Studios.
Yeah,
Okay.
with Star Wars and
Yeah.
then the other one's the Magical Kingdom. So
That's incredible. That
And,
sounds pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. What were you gonna say, Jeremy?
I was saying that's the beauty of grandkids.
Yeah.
You literally have no responsibility of their moral upbringing. So pretty much you can just have fun.
Right.
It's hey, come in, tear up the house, freaking scatter stuff everywhere. I don't care. I'll clean up after you leave. And
Yeah.
and yeah, we're just gonna have fun. It's funny because my other son, his girlfriend was here one night over a weekend when my grandkids were here, and she made a comment about how because for dinner I will just we put the food out and they just kind of as they're playing come by and grab food.
Yep.
And she made a comment about them not sitting down to eat dinner, as they should. And I said, yeah, see, no, that's for their parents to worry about. That's not for me to worry about.
And that's a truth, sugar. You're not wrong. You're not
Here,
That's
wrong.
how I
at
am
all.
as an auntie.
over here, they just have fun, which is
Fun
why
wild.
when they have to leave, that's why they get upset because they know that they got to go back to a world of rules.
That's amazing, you guys. Wow. Well, the
Yeah.
family, it's a pretty cool gig. And I gotta say, Jeremy, your grandkiddos are gonna grow up and be like, I had a very cool grandpa. I mean, seriously. It's kind of wild. You you're way too young to be a grandpa. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty
Uh,
cool that you are making your shine with that little jalapeno with a little peach in there, you know, and then
Yeah,
you're gonna
wait
be
till
like,
they
oh
learn
yeah.
about that.
They're
yeah,
gonna think, whoa, he's
yeah.
even cool. He
It's
not only do we
Grandpa
get to
make
run
us
around and
something.
eat moonshine.
yeah,
Grandpa
my
make us something.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know because other than my daughter, the two boys don't really care too much for the whole alcohol thing. Um,
Yeah.
my daughter's a little more laid back. Of course, my daughter, she's like Shonda knows, my daughter's actually on the powerlifting team at Auburn.
Yeah,
She
Wow.
she's a piece.
yeah, she's a little rough and tumble. So
Nothing wrong with that.
So
but
gorgeous though. But yeah,
yeah,
she's
yeah,
tough.
she's the baby. But
That's cool.
She's
but yeah,
daddy's baby.
she though I used to, well, it's funny because she was the only one that would help me when she was younger.
Hmm.
And but she will tell you, and actually it might have been a good thing. Um, she really can't stand the smell of alcohol because of all the times I've made her work and help me move stuff around.
Yep.
She now she can't stand the smell of it because of it. And you know,
Oh.
she just she used to always say that mashes smelled like some drunk guy just puked everywhere. And
Oh
I
it's
God.
told you. Speaking of grandbabies, Bill Foster just hopped in. He said, "What's up, y'all? Sorry I'm late. I was with the grandbabies." So yeah,
hey, Bill,
Oh
Bill, Bill,
yeah.
Bill's a good dude. Yep. Yeah.
girl, and he makes some liquor.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah. He makes some
you
good liquor.
remember those little peppermint candies that just melt in your mouth that Grandma had in a purse?
Yeah.
He made a moonshine that tastes just like that.
That sounds dangerous.
It's so
That
good.
sounds good. Oh
And
my
then
gosh.
he did a cranberry, and you would think like it just tastes like how you drink like vodka and cranberry.
Yep.
I mean, it's a little warm like that. You would think, oh, it's vodka and cranberry mix, but I could add a little more. But it just tastes like cranberry. I'm like,
Wow.
wow. That's a great thing about this community is everybody
Yeah.
has their own
Oh,
way.
and,
That's
well,
so
yeah.
cool.
There's some folks that like Dan, old Danger Dan. He makes a sassafras liquor
That's
that
not
tastes like.
Danger Dan. That's Shiner Dan.
Oh, that's right. Shiner. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Mm.
Shiner
Too
Dan.
many Dans.
Shiner Dan makes a sassafras liquor that when you drink it, it tastes like root beer.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's so fascinating. I mean, like back to what we were talking about earlier, the flavor profile, as you were saying, Jeremy. That's the technical way of saying it, I guess,
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really fascinating. That's just
Well,
super cool.
well, Mary, wait till you're at Farm to Bottle. Everybody's going to be like,
Yeah.
here's this, try this.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
wait.
You will be overloaded with
I
the
hope
amount of different things that folks will bring for you to
Yep.
drink for
I
sure.
hope that you got time to stay afterwards because like
Yes.
it closes off and there's campground. And
Yeah.
then it's just a free for all. So people are just,
And
having a
usually,
good time, having a fire, drinking, smoking, minding the business. Like
Yep. Yep.
yeah,
and they
it's
they
That
usually
sounds
do
fun.
a moonshine competition of some kind. Um, for folks to figure out who's the best.
I
well,
love that.
last year I'm not judging this year at all. Nope.
That'd be a hard job. Honestly, that'd be really tough.
Mary, do you know how many I had to judge and how girlfriend?
You know what?
I
At
couldn't
first,
walk.
whenever I said it'd be so hard, I thought that's actually not the tough part about it. Probably is you gotta taste all of it. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah,
starts adding up, I'm sure.
Well, by the time it all
yeah.
kicks in and then you got to go pee or whatever and you try to stand up, it's game over. It's game over.
Well,
My
and
husband
well,
said she got passed
and at
off
the
to me so many times. I said, nobody's ever seen me that drunk. It was ridiculous.
and at the same time, folks take their liquor seriously. It's,
Right? That's true, baby.
Try not to offend anyone. Like,
yeah,
Well, there's so many pieces that go into it. I mean, it really is an art.
it is.
That's probably my biggest takeaway, other than, just from tonight, just hearing y'all talk about it. I feel like my brain is, that, but also, secondly, even more so, the other that takes up in front of the front seat, would be just the community you guys have built. It's just wild to me. It's so cool. It's so cool.
So
Y'all got each
Mary,
other's back.
And
that
everybody does try to help each other. Actually, speaking of that, I do want to, give a, kind of give a request for prayers, so to speak. A lot of folks out there know Tammy Silver
yes.
and her son Jabarson. They were involved in a very serious car accident last week or
Oh
2 weeks
wow.
ago?
Yeah, it's been
Um,
yeah.
very, very serious car accident. And Tammy was severely injured in the car accident. And so, everybody keep saying some prayers for them. We love
Definitely.
them. Javarson is when it comes to building Legos, he is, I mean, he's a
He's a Lego
savant, I
king.
guess. He can make a state like for Kevin Palmer. He made a stage and set up with Kevin Palmer and his band on this stage out of Legos. He created this for
That's
him.
He
cool.
made the
Um,
green room, the
yeah,
food, the
yeah,
the
Oh,
lights that worked.
that's
oh yeah,
Carson,
cool.
yeah,
so cool. Like, yeah,
yeah. Very,
hopefully we
very
need to get
talented.
him on
And I
show.
have to say, Jabarson, even though he is about 13, 14, boy,
He's about he might be
he's a little
14.
ladies man. He's a little ladies man. He definitely gets all the women smiling.
The girls know
Give me
what's
a
up. They want
coffee
that
mug.
Lego.
He gave me
You
a
know?
coffee mug. Don't bother with it, okay?
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, definitely say some prayers for them. They're great
Yeah,
folks, great family. We love them to death.
we do. We do. They're amazing. We're gonna have to see about getting them up to Farm to Bottle. If Mary,
Yeah,
there's a ton of moonshine events. I
yeah,
don't know if everybody has, a budget for that, but they see you on here and they know that, your music is got a lot of soul and a lot of the moonshine community to it. So,
yeah.
I tell everybody who messages me, I'm like, hit up her manager,
Thank you. That means
hit
a
up her
lot.
website, you know. But
And
hopefully we're at more than one moonshine event.
I can't wait
and
to
here,
see y'all. I said be here before we know it, which
oh
is wild.
yeah,
Oh, speaking of Farm to Bottle, my girlfriend Tracy Mason's Minions.
Yeah.
She said she's gonna get to working on that bracelet ASAP and she'll be at Farm to Bottle.
oh
Thanks,
that's awesome.
Tracy. I can't wait
That's
to give you
awesome.
a hug.
And
That's
and Mister Two
Mason's gonna love
Thousand,
you.
Mister 2000 says that if we come to Napa Valley, he will take us ballooning, a
That's
hot air balloon
cool.
ride. Woohoo!
Mary, let's go. That's on my bucket list. That's like the only thing I haven't done. I've skydived. I've done
I haven't done it either.
let's
That'd be cool.
girl, let's do it.
I ain't even joking. I'm being serious. We gotta figure this out.
Yeah.
You're the boss lady over here. You know what I'm saying? I think your brain goes like this.
And I've got and I actually have family that lives near Napa Valley. We can stay at their house.
That would be epic, guys.
We're winning
I'm being serious. Y'all
because
can do like a little special podcast episode out yonder.
Oh,
girl, don't
that'd
let
be
us
cool.
fly
awesome.
high in the air.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, there
That'd
you
be
go.
awesome.
Do it from the air.
That'd be crazy.
Oh, Mary. Oh my God. That like we really got to make that happen because if I'm gonna I always wanted to ride on my luggage that I travel all over the country with and beyond has hot air balloons on it. And
Oh,
that's always been my thing, but I read a book one time and it scared me. So I was like, oh, but
Well,
I've skydived. I've done everything. I've like,
what was that like? What was skydiving like?
girl,
that I don't know. I don't think I could do that one.
I
Yeah.
did. And listen, so my dad used to shoot M60s out the side of a helicopter or, a chopper in Vietnam.
Wow,
So
no big deal. But continue.
I would he's a badass. So I would go to like Vegas to shoot an M60 and they make you shoot it on a post. So I just like want to do the same things my dad did because I didn't go to the Air Force because I ended up pregnant at young and having a kid. So I'm like, I try to do all these adventurous things. Well, when I lost all that weight, I was like, I'm skydiving. My dad jumped so many times and taught people how to jump. I'm doing it.
Wow.
So it was an adventure. When I got there, the guy said, he came over to meet me, bigger guy than me. I'm like 5'9", 5'10". He's
Yep.
bigger than me. And I'm thinking, cool, big guy to jump with. He's going to be strapped to my back. He's like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm so-and-so. I said, hi, I'm Shonda. He turned pale white. He said, today's my sister's birthday. She passed away. Her name was Shonda. I said,
Oh,
oh, great. Me being the empath that I am, because it just, I'm a Pisces, it comes. And I said, that's awesome. She must be trying to tell you hi. Like, we're going to have a great time. He's like, no, I'm not jumping with you.
Oh.
I'm like, okay. He goes and gets this other guy. Can't make this shit up. Dude's got blue toenails and he's wearing flip-flops. Okay. I'm
Actually, that sounds like my oldest son.
I'm like, who the hell is jumping out of an airplane in flip-flops, first of all, or a helicopter?
My oldest son would do that. Yeah, with blue toenails.
I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, all right. But dude's like a foot shorter than me. So I'm like, all right, man, this ain't gonna end well. You know what I mean? So long story short, we get up in the plane. Drew is strapped. My husband is like, God, what is he? 6 foot something. He's a big guy, you know.
Yeah.
They strap Papa Smurf to his back. I can't make this shit up. So we get in the plane and it's got a propeller and they try to start it. We're in there 30 minutes and we're strapped to people, okay?
Oh my gosh.
And we're in it's 4 of us and a pilot. It ain't starting. We get like 30 minutes in, and Drew says something like, yeah, I remember when I used to drive for El Chapo and my plane wouldn't start, trying to be funny. The guy didn't think it was funny at all. So we're like, you know, my bad, just trying to lighten the mood. So finally it starts up. I'm like, I don't even know if we should be going. Like, it didn't want to go. So another 30 minutes later, we finally get to the altitude we need to be at. The guy goes, who's going first? I'm like, me. Like, I'm always first. If I'm getting a tattoo, if I'm jumping out of plane, I'm zip lining, whatever, just let me go first.
Yep.
So I go first. The guy didn't tell me I had to be like an acrobat. I stepped out. He goes, when I touch your leg, you put one leg on the plane wing and then you put your hand and then you put your other one and you hang on until I tap you and then we let go.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
When I watched Drew's video, because Drew's watching me the whole time, Drew said it did not get real until he seen me jump. So I literally climb out there. You know them old videos when you see the little planes and people are hanging on? That was me. Listen, I'm out there hanging on and it seemed like eternity. And I'm just like, the wind. And I got video. I got to post it again. He taps me and I finally just let go.
Oh my gosh.
The best feeling in the world. Like everything.
Wow.
I mean, and I'm watching and I'm like, oh my God, the world really is round. Like you see the curves,
Wow.
you see all the length, you see the patterns. It was so gorgeous. My arms went numb because my straps were so tight.
Yeah.
But I was just like, Drew passed out. I seen the guy because they came after us, and I seen him pull his head up, and he passed out.
Oh.
But he came to. But when we went to land, Drew landed first. I don't know if it's because he's heavier or what, but he landed first, and he came in all smooth criminal, right? Not me. Nope. I had leggings on. I was ready, right? I was ready, prepared. I thought, yeah, no, grass burn. When we came in, I guess I didn't lift my legs up enough, but we just.
Oh.
But it wasn't too bad. But trying to get out the parachute was hilarious. But it was such a beautiful experience. I hope everybody gets to try it at least once. Like I can't wait to do it again. So if we go to California, let's do it.
Mr. 2000 says podcast in the air can be easily done.
Let's do it.
So So yeah, man, go to the Hustle Highway message thing and shoot us your information there, buddy.
That's dope. That's
Right.
really cool.
Hopefully we can get married to perform out that way and we could
There
just
you
do it all
That'd
at
be
once.
dope.
That would be dope, right? Because there's a lot of great venues out there, girl. Like
yeah,
great.
yeah.
And
Wow, I'm mesmerized by the literally just going for it. I think that's really cool. Skydiving seems pretty cool. Jeremy, would you ever skydive?
No,
no.
I just the only reason why I say immediately no is because when I was probably about 16, I fell off of an 85-foot cliff
Oh
into
wow.
a lake, and yeah, there's no freaking way you're going to get me to jump out of any airplane.
You never
Yeah.
cliff
I was in so much pain. I mean, I literally
Oh.
couldn't move from the waist down when I hit
Oh
that water.
gosh, that's terrifying.
And there's no way I'm jumping out of a plane.
Yeah.
Did you ever bridge jump? Because in Kentucky, we
Never
would bridge
did.
jump all
My
the time.
brother did it all the time. I never did it though, but he loved it.
We did in London a
You know, the
lot.
cliffs and stuff, you know, and now let me ask you this is kind of random, but if you know, little like risk taker, would you ever do one of them shark cages?
Oh, I'd do that.
That's
Yeah.
on my list.
Yeah, that's people actually, I mean, you know, sharks might be a little different, but there was one time actually where a large hammerhead shark separated me and one of my kids at the beach. And yeah, that was about the only time in my life where I was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to die because I'm gonna be fighting this damn fish. It's like I'm getting ready because every time my son moved, it would turn towards
Oh
him,
my
and I
gosh.
told him stop moving, stand
Right.
still, because me and
Wow.
this fish are getting ready to fight. And it's
Right.
but
That's crazy.
but I would do that because a lot of people sit there and it drives them crazy. If I see an alligator, I'm telling you now, I'm going to be on it. It's just I mean I love well I mean I hate to say it, alligator meat is freaking awesome. And
I
yeah,
haven't had it.
if I'm down in South Georgia and I see one, I'm on it.
You're like, what's for supper? Gator.
Mary,
go.
have you ever
I'm on
been
it.
in New Orleans or Louisiana?
I want to go so bad. I ain't been though.
Girl,
I feel like that's
you
like at the
gotta
top of the list though.
My first time, I went 8 times that year.
That's
I was
incredible.
addicted. I was
That's
I-
cool.
I've heard it's a hell of an adrenaline rush, but you literally have to shove me out the door.
I got
mean,
married there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah, I loved it so much. But that place, it welcomes every different type of human with love
And the
Yeah.
history, right? And the food.
the history, the abstinence. You can go into a real abstinence bar and get something that you can't get anywhere else in the
That's
world.
cool. That's
And
really cool.
the first bar dated back to America is there.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
And
there's
it's
a lot of
still
history.
candlelight.
Yeah, a lot of history
Still.
down there.
Yeah.
That's so cool. What time, since you've been there 8 times in 1 year, what was the best time of the year to
Halloween.
go? Halloween. Okay.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
from Mardi
Shonda
Gras.
always says Halloween's great.
Halloween is a part. It doesn't matter if Halloween's on a Monday, Sunday, Tuesday. Like you
That's
partying
cool.
the whole week, and everybody's wearing costumes. I did dress up as Cheech and Chong one time. They didn't know who I was, but you know,
I don't know. We'll let it slide. They were just like, wow, who is that? I like it.
I got to ask you a question, Mary, because I've noticed a couple times you mentioned or you've asked about the food. Are you a
Yes.
foodie?
I love food. That's why I run 5 miles a day. I love just about everything that I've tried. You know, and there's things I ain't tried though, like like the bear and the gator. I haven't tried those things, but
Dude, what's your
have
favorite?
you eaten grilled octopus?
is that the same thing as calamari, or is that something different?
No,
That's
it's
something
different.
right?
It's
I haven't
different.
had it. No, I haven't had
Yeah,
it.
man, I'll tell you, there's a restaurant down in Florida that it's called the Perfect Pig, and they actually have grilled octopus down there that is, it's
So
outstanding.
interesting. There's so many cool things to try, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
What's your number one favorite food, though?
I mean, that's very difficult.
It is.
I mean, we're talking about desserts. We talked about those fluffernutters earlier. That is my, when we're talking about desserts, yeah, I have that every day
Somebody,
of the week.
somebody listening out here, tell me how to say it again.
Fluffer?
Fluffernutter.
Yeah, like a
Fluffer
fluffy
nutter.
dog. Fluffer
Yep.
nutter.
Turn that
Yep.
into a moonshine and
Yep.
bring it to her at
Oh,
Well, you
farm to
can
bottle.
y'all be carrying me out of the farm to bottle,
actually.
y'all.
I'm telling you, there's gonna be some people in here that are gonna be going to Walmart tomorrow. They're gonna buy a thing of fluff.
They're
They're
going to
gonna buy
Dairy
some
Queen.
peanut
Go taste
butter, and they're gonna be throwing that in their thumper and running moonshine
I
through that
cannot
to
even
say, yeah,
imagine,
we can do
y'all.
it.
That sounds so good. I really do like that. But when it comes to normal food, man, I really do like tacos quite a
Ooh,
Oh
bit. But I
yeah,
also like spaghetti.
yeah.
I mean, I like steak and vegetable and simple stuff like that. But I don't know, burger and fries, wings and rings. You know what I mean? I like just about everything. You know what
well,
I'm saying?
you're in Nashville now, so like I know
Oh, you
there's
got
some really good damn
yeah.
food down there. Them
There's a lot of
fish
good
Well,
food.
fries,
in,
What'd you say, sugar?
them
well, in
fish
South
Food choice is
Knoxville,
great.
I mean South Nashville
fries.
has a lot of really good restaurants down there, don't they?
They do, yeah, and all the outskirts like Franklin and stuff,
Yeah.
right outside town's great too. And East Nashville is kind of,
Okay.
a spot that, it's where a lot of the writers and musicians live, kind of artsy
Yep.
district. They have a ton of great hole in the wall restaurants,
Oh
that are
yeah.
just,
Some of
delicious.
those are
And
the best.
some of those are the best, yeah. And
Yeah.
now it's kind of wild. I feel like, Nashville's starting to bring in a bunch of, restaurants from other cities as well, which I guess are
Oh yeah.
chains,
They
which
are.
I'm kind of like, I love the little hole in the wall is the best, but
Yeah.
they do have, there is this one place, totally different vibe, but I've only had it a couple times. One of my friends works there. That's why I've been there, but it's called this place called, oh my gosh, now I'm pastis. It's French food.
Okay. Okay.
And I'll
Ooh,
tell y'all what, it is good. It
ooh.
is
So
good.
you
I have to
get
try that next time I'm down
you
there.
get your little
Well, go,
escargot
baby.
up in there.
You know what? I didn't get the escargot, but people around me did.
Oh, I
But
love a good escargot.
it is good. I've had escargot before. Now what my favorite thing was, I sound like I just like sweets, and I like it all. But they had those little it was like these kind of like they were kind of like ice cream sandwiches, French style. You know what I'm saying? It was so
Ooh.
good, y'all. I'm not explaining it very good, but it was like these fancy little sandwiches that were so good. But anyway, there's a lot of good restaurants in town, and I like it all.
Mary, have you ever been to the original KFC?
I haven't been to the original KFC, but I've been to, the what was that
Oh,
place on
that's a
Claudia
song.
Sanders? Where's the original KFC at though? Is that in Eastern?
Harlan, Kentucky,
Is it
down in
Eastern?
Yeah.
Okay,
Corbin.
yep.
Yep.
That'd be
And
so cool to go to.
girl, they've revamped it. Now it's a museum inside there. So
That's cool.
so
That's
if
cool.
you're ever
That'd be
going to
cool to go to.
75, yeah, you have to go in there. And they do have like a little park, but there's also I can't remember her name right now. I have to look it through my phone. But she was a moonshiner and she was super famous for just helping her community.
Mm.
And she took all her bootlegging money and all her moonshine money, and she wouldn't sell to people who had a drinking problem. If they had a whiskey problem, what she called it, she wouldn't sell it to them. But
Wow.
she would sell, and all the politicians would come to her when they knew, like, hey, I need votes. But she got jailed
Wow.
a few times, but she took all her money and she sent kids in Harlan, Kentucky down there to college and to schooling. And yeah.
That adds up. I mean, you think about it, we were yakking earlier. I'm telling you what, the people watching this thing right now, y'all, I mean, it seems like the people in the moonshine community, they take care of their own. They really
Oh
do.
yeah.
We
They're
try.
wired a
Absolutely.
different way. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. It's yeah. I mean,
Wow.
obviously, like last night, our episode. There's sometimes some infighting that happens within the community, and things like
That's what
that.
happens
But
with
every
families.
every family has that, and
Yep.
We'll
but you
get
know, at the end of the day, if somebody's really in trouble and somebody needs some help, the community will come together and help them out.
yes. And
Yes.
speaking of that, Michael Bowen, hi. I'm glad you're doing better. We
Hey,
love you.
Michael. Yeah,
Uh,
glad you're doing better, buddy.
he said he'll be at Farm to Bottle. He is the photographer,
Yeah.
Mary. I can't wait till you perform and he gets some photos
Oh, I
because
Oh
can't wait
yeah,
till you find
he'll
them.
get some good pictures of you.
they will be amazing.
I
Yes.
Yeah.
can't wait. Y'all,
Yeah.
oh man, it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be here so soon before you know
Yeah.
it, and I can't wait. That'll probably be the next time I see y'all, in person anyway, I would guess.
Unless we get to go to Cali before.
But
Hey, I wouldn't
well,
be mad about
that
that, baby doll.
or Mary, you show up here in Georgia.
Oh, that's right, Jeremy. I will let you know. I'll
Yep,
hit you up later.
I'll catch a
absolutely.
flight.
Yeah,
Pick me up.
yeah.
That would be
Yeah, we can do
amazing,
that.
Shauna. You're welcome anytime, baby.
Girl, when
Absolutely.
listen, when I came to see you perform and then we let everybody, we waited till the
Yep.
end and
Y'all closed it down.
yeah, we did. And listen, my daughter drove us, so it was like a win-win, okay? I could drink, I could
Ava,
You party, have a good
Is
time.
Ava's the best DD out there.
out
E-
there. God
Good little
love
daughter.
except for if she listens to her mama telling her to honk at people walking across a crosswalk. But
it wasn't a crosswalk. It was a parking lot.
Shonda's like honk at him, and Ava's like,
"Oh."
"Ah."
She listens to her mama, but God love her. Today, I found out because she's graduating, but it's going to be at Popcorn Sutton that weekend. So I
Oh,
got to
really?
kind of
Okay.
check that out.
Oh,
Yeah.
But she's going to be graduating with a college associates. And
Oh, cool.
congratulations.
she's decided she's going to go to University of Indianapolis. And so yeah, proud mama moment. And she's just
Oh,
doing her damn thing. But yeah, she talks about you all the time. She's like, she's so good. She sings so good, mama. And I'm like, I
that's awful
know.
sweet. Well, I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Tell her congratulations from me. That's huge.
Thank,
Congratulations to you too. That don't just
thank,
magically
Mm,
happen. There's a lot of pieces that go into literally every step of the way. You know what I'm saying? But congratulations. That's awesome.
thank you. Yeah, I tell her, actually today I ordered her tassel and I
Hmm.
went digging. I said, Ava, I need a picture of your birth mama because she's my bonus.
Yeah.
I said, I need that graduation picture because I want to take a picture of you in your cap and gown with a
Oh,
picture of you and your mama.
yeah.
And so on her tassel, they're not allowed to decorate it. So I'm
Right.
going to put her mama on the tassel. So,
I love that. That's so.
Mm.
Hey, that says a lot for you as a bonus mama. And so
oh,
that shows how much you love her. It really does. That's
well,
exciting. I hope you celebrate big. That's huge.
we will. And I'll tell you what, we'll probably be in Tennessee her birthday, 4th of July. So we'll be down there
Oh, I love it.
Actually,
Let
partying
me
with her
know.
favorite tater. We got to drag him in.
oh,
But
oh yeah. She loves Tater.
she wrote her entrance letter to college, like for her to get grants and stuff like that, or
Mhm.
to get accepted. And it was about me. And I was like, are you trying to make me cry? Like,
That's incredible. That's so cool.
um,
You realize that that's not always the case. Just FYI.
right.
I
You know
do.
what I'm saying?
I do. I do.
That's incredible. Wow.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank
quick question for you, Mary. Jasmine Holby says, do you have any advice for someone who wants to get into the music industry?
Ooh.
Ooh. Well. Hmm. Well, my first thing would be, if you're going to do country music, because obviously I'm sure it's different with pop and rap and all that
Right.
stuff, but although
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of it's
Yeah.
similar,
Yeah. If you want
but
rap, you got to be in Atlanta.
well, what I was gonna, you
Or
kind of took the words out
Cincinnati.
of my mouth.
Yeah. Or
Well,
Cincinnati.
you know, obviously there are the different music hubs, like, if you want to be in country, coming to Nashville is very helpful. I will say that since COVID, it has changed a little bit where social media now is so important, like
Yeah.
Bailey Zimmerman, he was popping off in Illinois. He got his
Right.
record deal before he ever even moved to Nashville. Now that's an anomaly. I do realize that, but it happened for him. But that being said, though, um, I don't know, Jasmine, if you were on, whenever we were talking about this at the very beginning of our hang, and actually it's possible we even said it before we even went live. Um, Years ago, I'd heard the advice to write a song a day. And that sounds
Mm,
so
mm,
dramatic and so overly simple. And you know, I heard a quote once that it's, yeah, there are things that are simple but not easy. And writing a
yeah.
song a day, that sounds really simple, but it's not easy to do. But if you can get that discipline, if you're wanting to be a songwriter or an artist, having those songs are that's everything. So it's getting that muscle up. It's just like going to the gym every day. You know what I'm saying? You can't go
Yeah.
to the gym once a week and hope for a six-pack abs. I mean, maybe some people can, I don't know. But you got to show up every day. Even if you do that a year straight, and half of those songs aren't any good at all, that don't matter. The world's not going to hear them anyway, until you're ready to show them to the world. And so the thing is like that's just getting your reps in, you know what I mean? And then with every song that you write, you're gonna find out a little bit more. Ooh, I liked how what I did with that chorus. Or ooh, I really like when I write about that kind of stuff over this kind of stuff. And you're gonna find out more and more who you are as a musician and a songwriter and artist. And I feel like you start to kind of, it's just like, I'm sure with you guys, whenever you started making Shine, you didn't hit the jackpot recipe the first time around, or maybe you did, but most
Mm,
people, I guess, would have
nah.
to
I,
experiment, you
I will
know?
say the first batch of moonshine that I ever made in my life, I will remember till the day I die because that was the worst freaking alcohol I've ever tasted in my life. I mean, it was horrible.
But
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
crazy though? You probably learn different things that you do different next time.
Well,
Yep.
and
Oh,
especially
definitely.
in music, when if like you said, you wrote a song every day, all the different words, it's
Mm,
wordplay.
that's
So
true,
every
baby.
Yeah.
day you're like, oh, let me use these new words.
That's true.
Wordplay is
That's
huge.
so true. That's a real good point. And this is the thing. I feel like that's what worked for me, was just going at it. And some people, they go to like a music school growing up. I remember whenever I moved down here, there was a whole bunch of people like they went to like elementary schools, even high schools and colleges that were music conservatories and all that. And that's cool. Well, before they even moved to Nashville, they really had a lot under their belt. And I'm sure maybe things look differently for them. I don't know. But for me, also, getting out and meeting a lot of people in the musical world that then I started writing with, those daily songs. I had a different co-writer each day. You know what I'm saying? Then I started finding my favorite people to write with. And
Yeah,
I kind of created my own little musical family. Like y'all have your shining family, the folks that you get
yeah.
together and trade, recipes, hacks, all that stuff, take steps of each other's stuff, kind of like, hey, what do you think about this song I just wrote yesterday? That's really cool. But what if you did this with that second
Oh, yeah.
verse? And you start finding your people. And I feel like over time that it makes a difference. It really
It
does. And
really does.
yeah. Hmm.
It, and you're
Um,
able to accept, criticism, constructive
right.
criticism.
That's true, baby. That's
So,
everything
And that
too. That's
and
a
and
really
I
good
think
point.
I think that's sometimes the hardest thing for people to accept is
Yeah.
constructive criticism.
especially in our
Um,
world.
oh wow,
Oh, in
I'll tell
music
you, yeah,
too. In
people
music too. What's your
people
babies?
yeah, oh, people sometimes will want to fight you if you say that they have some opportunity with their liquor.
Yeah. Well, I think that that's the thing though. It's just like anything else, and sometimes it can be hard to, I don't know about y'all, but like with songs, like when I first write a song, I'm almost always thinking it's the best thing ever the day I write. I'm like, yeah. It takes a couple days later, and then I'm like, huh,
Yeah.
that was cool. Okay, you know what I mean? But sometimes though, there was a song earlier today. I wrote it. It was like January 3rd. I wrote the song. I've never posted or anything out there, but I was kind of sitting on it because it was one of those kind of weird songs. I was like, this is either. I thought it was. I was so excited about it whenever I first wrote it. So I listened to it earlier today, and I was like, you know what? I think there is something there because now it's been a month and a half later about ish, and I was like, I'm still just as jacked up about it. So, but then you get a little bit of clarity. But I'll tell you what, if Billy Bob had told me January 4th that song was any good, I would have been like, those are fighting words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So now that you got this record deal and you got all these new artists who are on the same record like label, is there anyone that you're maybe going to work with, you're looking forward to, or?
We're looking for maybe 2 or 3 duet partners for this first album. So we haven't put full disclosure, we don't have the duet versions done yet, where they haven't put their new vocal, but there's a couple people kind of, bubbling into the sauce. So I'll tell you what though, there are so many talented people in Nashville, and outside of Nashville too. I'm really excited about it because you think about it, I was thinking about, it's just like even, co-writing one person that's different that comes into something that changes the entire flavor profile. Like just like,
Hey,
we bring in Billy Bob versus Sally on a song to duet. Hey, they might both be phenomenal singers, it might be phenomenal people, but it's going to just change the flavor of the
Yeah,
song, which is
yeah, they
really
might not work
cool.
together. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is a good point. And it's just an interesting, of course there's so many things at play, that makes those things happen. Like I didn't even, even just with business stuff, like if Billy Bob just is about to release an album, he may not be the one to get for your album because then he may not want to have a song that he's promoting over here, but he's about to promote this song. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
Yeah,
right.
So there's a
yeah.
lot of pieces that go into it, but at the end of the day, it does come down to, well, what's going to make this song shine the best? You know what I mean? Taste the
Yeah,
best to the ears. It's really exciting.
I'm really
yeah.
excited for you. I know
Thanks, Mom.
earlier you mentioned jelly, and
Yeah.
I don't know if I've told you, but years ago when I first started my business, someone called me up and said, "Hey, can you bring some of your girls? We don't want them to mud wrestle, but we need girls in the building and they can wear your logo and, dress how they dress." And it was for jelly. So it was
That's crazy.
he was very well known in this tri-state area.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cincinnati is a
Oh,
hub,
yeah.
especially for Tennessee and Kentucky and stuff. So,
Yeah.
it was really cool to meet him back then
That's
and
so
now see
cool.
the whole evolution. Um,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah,
That's so dope because you think about it, he's had so many chapters of his career. And actually, funny enough, full circle moment, my manager is who first found Jelly when he was still doing rap world. It was like,
yeah,
"Hey,
that's when
dude,
I
you need
seen
to
him.
think
Yeah,
about this with country music." He's the one that brought him into country music, which is
Oh,
kind
cool.
of a very small world. But I haven't met Jelly personally yet. We have a ton of mutual friends, obviously,
yeah,
but something I really do like what I've heard about within the Nashville walls, because people talk.
yeah. They talk.
And there's always people that say good things and bad things about everybody, but I have heard he takes care of his people, and that's something that I really respect. You know what I mean? His co-writers, the people that have always been loyal, good friends to him. He
Yeah,
takes care of his own his fans. But anyway, it is wild though when you think about how the guy has led like I feel like 15 lives, you know what I'm saying? But that's beautiful because that
it,
means that we all can. You know
and
what I'm saying?
we
Well,
all can. And I'll
yeah,
tell you one thing about. I'll tell you one thing about Jelly. He was super down to earth, super nice, and he may not even remember us being there because it's been so long. But he stood around and met everyone like you do, and it was so great. After that, like I watched him evolve, and years went by, and we got to see him perform here in the tri-state, like 15 minutes away over in Kentucky. When he started, he did to Save Me when he released that.
Wow.
And I was like,
Wow.
"Oh," but he performed that song. He performed a bunch of songs, but he performed with his daughter on National Daughters Day. And I actually have the footage in my phone somewhere. And I was like, oh, that's super sentimental. It's super sweet. Like,
Wow.
it was the little things like that.
well,
But
he's got tight connections to some really great moonshiners we know over in Alabama.
yeah,
Um, they've actually, I mean, they've got videos on their phone of hanging out with him and playing music and stuff
yeah,
like that.
I love that.
yeah,
He seems to be a pretty down to earth guy.
yes,
Um,
That's what
and
I seem to
Scott
tell as well.
and
yeah.
Scott Nelson says Mary is the best lyricist in the world.
Scott, I don't know
Crazy
about that,
Chuck
but
was in
thank you.
here. Crazy Chuck was in here earlier saying, Mary Cutter is the best. Today's music, every song tells a story. One
Wow.
of a kind. I
That's
don't know.
really kind. Well, I'm just having a good time, and I feel lucky to be able to do this. The coolest part about doing music though is meeting folks like you guys. I'm just being totally real. I
Yeah.
love it. It's so much fun,
Well,
and
we
it's
appreciate so
awesome.
much that you bring us along the ride with you.
Mary, I
Well,
love it.
ditto,
Every time I hear
ditto.
from you, I'm like, girl, what's next?
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are
Well,
we
I
doing?
got a feeling this is gonna be a real exciting year for all of us. You know what I'm saying? I'm real
Uh,
pumped.
Hey, I've actually, there was one of our comments earlier on that actually is not, I mean, it's actually a great idea. The three of us bringing out a liquor.
That'd be crazy. Honestly, one day I really would love to have, sometimes I wish I could,
Yeah,
like, I'd have to try to see if I could find like an old recipe or something. We're talking about
we can,
pictures
yeah,
earlier, though. Obviously, family was not very sentimental, keeping stuff.
there you
Right.
go. Yeah. And,
I do have an
yeah,
old recipe book. So,
well, and, yeah, actually my family has an old recipe book that I have.
I've
And I'm
been
glad
thinking
I
about the
have
zucchini bread.
because, yeah,
Mhm.
there's some recipes from my great grandparents that are pretty tasty in there.
That's cool.
But yeah, Mary, I mean, hey, if it's something you want to do, we'd love to help you with it.
Yeah.
Thank you for planting that seed in my noggin. I feel like that's one of those things that actually, I feel like it's one of those things you plant in the garden and actually has a very good shot at sprouting if we water
Yeah,
it. You know
well,
what I'm
I mean,
saying?
think about it. You could have, your own flavor, our own
yeah,
flavor, what we drink on the
and
pot,
That's
like
we
the
could
really
podcast
cool.
punch coming
we
soon.
could help you. Yeah, we could help you craft your own flavor. And I'll tell you now, I mean, I love the Moonshine Bandits, but I have to tell you, their bucked up whiskey is horrible. Um, if you were to work with us, we would make sure that that didn't happen.
I love the savagery. And
I've
also,
never
I
tried it, so I
I
didn't
mean,
even know it existed. So
oh no,
damn,
yeah,
Jerry.
they. I mean, I've got a bottle of it, and it's horrible. It's,
Listen,
they,
I
I
got
mean,
some bottles
and
of it still.
I have to say, apologies, Dusty. I don't mean to knock on y'all. Thank you for sending me the signed autograph of y'all's new album cover. I love it, but I do have to say, you should have talked to me before you made that deal on that whiskey. Um,
well, there's so many pieces that go into that kind of situation. But I will say I do respect a man that states his mind. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I honestly do on a live stream. We're like, there is no fear in this man. I see you, sugar. I respect it, but this is the thing
That's
though.
my guy.
We
Like,
know though if Jeremy says he likes something, it's good. We
yes.
oh,
do know that. We do know that. You know what I'm saying? Which is
yeah.
pretty dope.
Take your
I'm
ass
gonna.
to Dairy Queen tomorrow and create that.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna have to go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and yeah, do a tasting at Dairy Queen tomorrow and
Yeah, you
check out
will.
this. Yeah,
See, if
check
You
I
out
know,
this
was down there with
particular.
you, I'd be like, oh, we gotta taste it again. Let's go taste it again. A couple days later,
Mary, Mary,
uh-oh.
you know how you talk about like a lot of the epidemics in Kentucky. We do a event called Beattiesville, and it's a moonshine
Yeah.
event.
Oh,
And we
it's so fun.
happen to stay at a hotel, the only one I think in town, unless you get an Airbnb.
And it is such a hole in the wall, but it is so great. I
It's so
mean,
great. It's so
we
great.
we we got to watch our neighbors selling meth or whatever the hell they sell out of their freaking hotel room over there. But the
It's
people
right
are
next to
so
Dairy
friendly.
Queen.
It's right next to Dairy Queen. You can
Oh
walk.
no.
Literally, they almost share a parking lot together,
Oh
so you can
no.
walk right there. It's
Fluffer
great.
Nutter, who knows what else going down? You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
I tell you, we got so much entertainment watching these people walk back and forth to this hotel room.
So we do a pre-party for that event like
Yeah.
Thursday, and then the event like Friday, Saturday. And it's a beautiful town. Beattiesville is
Oh,
amazing in
it
Kentucky.
is such a quaint small town, and
It's adorable.
some friends of ours are very embedded in the town. Like literally, his wife like
They
helps manage things in the town.
yeah,
They have a museum that's on the Bourbon Trail.
Oh,
it's
cool.
a
And
moonshine museum.
that's where the
That's
pre
cool.
party's at, is at their museum,
Wow.
which and Daniel Boone's family's graveyard is on that property. Um,
Wow.
very cool place. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so. I mean, y'all are the most interesting humans. Seriously, though, there's just like a whole lot. There's just so many. I love it. I literally cannot wait to see y'all at the Farm to Bottle and give y'all a big hug.
Absolutely.
Or
Right.
before.
Yeah.
I
Before.
hope more
Yeah.
moonshine events are watching and they're like, we got to have her because you
Oh,
should be
yeah.
at every one of them.
You should be. I mean,
Well,
and
I seriously
hillbilly,
love y'all. I
hillbilly,
seriously, man, good
We love you,
people.
girl.
Good
and
people.
even if you're not busy, you're not on tour, you gotta come over to Hillbilly Jam. I
I'd love
mean,
to.
oh my God,
That'd be
it is
so much
such a
fun.
great time. In Maggie Valley, it's at the end of July.
Okay.
It is so much freaking fun. I
Actually,
That sounds
mean,
like so much fun. I'd love to. Please keep me in the loop.
they're doing the winter jam next weekend.
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
be
next
there.
weekend.
We'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be there next weekend. And Mary, hey, if you want to come to Maggie Valley next weekend, come hang out with us.
Hit me up with the details. I'm so
I will.
intrigued. You guys are
Yeah, I will.
seriously 10 out of 10. This
Yeah,
was fun, by the way. This was
yeah,
really fun.
we'll
Girl,
send it
we
to you
always
because
have a blast
it
with
is
you.
it's
That's why I'm
it's
like,
like it's almost like a family reunion, even though you may
Yeah.
not know these people. It's
It feels
my
like
God,
it.
everybody loves each other.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the moonshine or what, but we all come together somehow, don't we?
Hey, like I've always said, man, if you make good liquor, it's gonna be liquor that you're gonna love everybody. You know,
That's
good
true, baby.
liquor,
I like the way you think.
good liquor is not fighting liquor.
That is, I've never heard someone say that before, but you're not wrong.
that was a popcorn Sutton line. That
Wow.
Well,
something
Popcorn
like
Sutton
that,
used
right?
to say. Popcorn Sutton said that he made all kinds of liquor, fighting liquor, this kind of liquor. But honestly, if it's good liquor, the funny thing is, it makes you happy, it makes you friendly, and
Yeah.
you do not have a hangover the next day
Yeah.
at all. I
Right.
mean, good
Farm to
liquor
bottle,
is
you won't
good
have no
liquor.
hangover.
No, I mean, I have to say it. Last night we drank a lot.
Mhm.
A lot. I think everybody did. That
I drink
podcast
like
went
10.
sideways.
This
Yeah.
is 20 ounces. I drink 10 of these of water today.
And the fact that I had a meeting at 9 a.m. this morning and I was completely fine to go to it. Yeah.
That says something right there, sugar. You know what I'm saying? It really does.
It's but it is. We have a good time. The community's a lot of fun. Everybody has a lot of fun together.
I'm really excited for you, like, to meet Mason though. Like,
I can't
yeah,
wait to meet Mason. Oh my gosh, Mason sounds like a sweetheart.
oh God, girl, you're gonna fall in love. You're gonna fall in love.
I can't wait.
yeah, Mary, we'll definitely have to send you the details.
Send me all the details, please.
Well, and the only thing is, Mary, is for some reason every time I try to send you stuff, there's somebody out there that has a page or something that's not
Scammers.
you. It's not you.
I got a friend request from a new Mary Kutter yesterday. I laughed so hard.
Not me.
So actually, me trying to send you a message sometimes is hard.
You gotta look.
I need to make sure we're connected on Instagram. I need to make sure we're actually connected on there. That would probably make things a little bit easier.
Yeah. You gotta
because I get these friends requests from a Mary Kutter, but I know right away it's not you. And it's like
I don't know who creates these things. It's so far out, y'all. It's so far out. Who does that with their time?
And send it to you because I was like, damn it, a new Mary Kutter trying to add me. Like,
and what's bad is when you sit there and tell Facebook this is a fake profile page, and then they come back and say, no, it's legit, and you're like, I know it's not.
Yeah.
And people like me get banned. Like,
isn't that wild? It kind of makes you wonder.
Girl, we could write a song about how I get banned. We could write.
Actually, I'm kind of surprised that our show last night didn't get banned. But it. But hey, it had 1,000. It had over 1,000 people watching it. So I'm like, hey,
that's
whatever.
Awesome.
And it's still going. People are still commenting.
Yeah, people. It is. that's one that it's like, okay, no matter how crazy that got, yeah, we're just gonna let that one ride.
We got to let that. We got to let it do what it
We
do.
gotta let that one ride.
Gotta let it do what it do. You know, like, I mean, it's a pet.
Keep life
It's a very
exciting.
petty world. You
You're
know,
not wrong. Yep.
everybody knows.
Oh,
It's just
yeah. I mean, even though it is kind of a family environment, people get in arguments over some of the stupidest little stuff, man. Wow.
Yeah.
It's
You're not wrong, sugar.
But I'm totally here for the new. I'm watching all the
That's
memes
right.
and it's rage
Yeah.
baiting men, and I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh,
Oh
ooh.
yeah. I've heard about all that. Yeah. But yeah, Mary, definitely make sure we're connected. I'll make sure you know
I
about
will.
I'll make sure you know about all the events, and not just the events that are advertised. I'll make sure you know about the ones that are not advertised.
That sounds good, sugar.
He's
Because
not
Oh,
good
those
at
are
Instagram, so he's
because
gonna get
those
you
are
on Facebook.
do
oh,
what?
about Facebook?
He ain't good at Instagram.
Yeah,
Oh no.
I'm a little old school.
That's all right,
But
sugar.
like when you said I'm too young to have grandkids, now I'm actually a lot older than people think I am.
That's all right. That means the shine's been keeping you shining. You know what I'm saying? That means you're just looking good, baby. Ain't no shame in that.
Good.
You
Listen,
know.
we call him
I'm
the
every
Georgia Gigolo.
yeah. People like to and yeah, people have
Yeah,
all kinds of names
that's
for
your
me.
nice name. That's your nice name. Because
That's a
all
nice
the girls
name.
love him. I'm like, he's my co-host. He's my best friend. He's my petty bestie.
Yeah,
But I
it,
will book him and get my percentage. Okay.
yeah. Well, if they only knew that yeah, I'm every bit old enough to be a grandpa. It's
Ain't no shame, sugar.
Mary, did he tell you his grandbabies are twins?
yeah,
You know what? You had
oh,
mentioned that with the puppy dog story, which is so sweet.
yeah,
They're
they are they're great. Yeah, little Ashton and Amelia, they're awesome.
That's
Oh.
listen,
Love them to death.
that's double the trouble. I'm wondering what your son did for that karmatic
That I love it because yeah, he's getting to find out what that's all about. Because yeah, it, it is. People think that if you had twins, it's only 1.5 or 2 times the work. No, it's like 4 times the
I
work
can't
because they
imagine.
literally, if one of them gets up upset, the other one's going to be up upset right behind them. And
yeah.
They can't outshine the other one, you know what I'm saying? Shonda, how are you going to close out your birthday night?
You know,
yeah,
girl, I've
how
like
are
this.
we
There's no
closing this out?
goes. We're safe, so I'm gonna kick it, and then I don't really know.
We gotta.
Next week I'm gonna go out of town, and I honestly thought about catching a flight to Florida tomorrow, but I don't know. Well,
You still
Well,
got time to figure that out, baby. The
we
night's
need
still
to
young.
do a shot for Shonda's birthday.
well, let's do a
But
shot
Closing out
for
the night.
Mary's too.
we already
And
sang, but we'll do
Mary's
one little final
and
situation.
Mary's.
Happy
Yep.
birthday, baby.
To,
Girl,
to
look
the
at them
fam-
claws.
Look at them now. Damn, look at y'all's
Look at
y'all
them
man.
claws.
Couple of
Oh, I like
vampire
your
women
claws. Those
over
are some
here.
birthday claws.
Good
Yes,
Lord.
Happy birthday, baby. Here's to your
thank you.
best
Happy
year
birthday,
yet.
baby.
Cheers to both of you February babies.
Yes,
Thank
Jeremy.
you, Jeremy. And thank you, Shonda, for having me on tonight. This was so great to hang out with y'all.
Girl,
Oh,
I love it.
yeah.
Anytime we get to hang out, I love it. And you're just family to us. And I love every minute. And I love that you hit me up and you tell me what's going on because, girl, I'm here to promote you. Kentucky in the house.
Well, Kentucky always, baby. We got shit together. It means a lot to me. You know, y'all have been just like family to me. So
I do have
anyway.
And we do. We want to promote you and support you in everything that you do because
Thanks, sugar,
you're
and
great.
ditto.
You're great people.
You
And
are.
Thanks, baby.
but yeah, definitely hit me up on Facebook, Mary, and I'll give you the lowdown on all the behind the scenes. And
That sounds great.
yeah, hopefully you can join us and have some fun.
That'd be
No,
awesome.
Because we do get a little sideways sometimes.
Ain't nothing wrong with that though. Sometimes you
Our
got
girl
to.
Katie said she's got she used to, I don't know if she used to be, but she's got a license. She's like, I'm from Cali. I can be the tour bus driver. So
I
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
it. That's a plan right there.
I do
Oh
have
yeah.
to say, my aunt, God rest her soul, she was like a mama to me. Her birthday, we're one day apart. She's tomorrow. And like, I'm like, shots for, February babies. When you said that, I was like, oh, because today, as I was walking out the door, I have her ashes in this beautiful, actually, it's crazy. It's in this bag.
Oh wow.
She jumped out. It got snagged on. You know how like when you come in, you hang your keys on the door. It got snagged and she tried to come with me. I took her to the casino. I didn't win no money. That sucked. But
She was still with you for the party though.
but
She was there. She just didn't bring you luck.
yeah, but I've won a month besides that. So I was like, listen, every time I take her, I don't win because, whatever. But she was a huge UK fan. And when you performed and
Go Cats.
you put that Kentucky
UK
jersey
jersey
on,
on, baby.
yeah.
All
So,
Yep.
yeah.
I
Shot.
love that. Shot, baby.
right, shots, guys.
But I thank you so much for always coming on with us. And girl, you're a hoot. I love you. You've been nothing but wonderful to me and to Jeremy and to Roger, who's not with us
Oh yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
But I can't wait to see you perform again. Girl, I know you gave me 2 hours of fire.
Thanks,
There you
girl.
go.
And yeah, I can't wait to celebrate y'all with your new moonshine.
Oh
And
yeah.
there's gonna be a lot of things we're celebrating this year. But
Hey,
anyway, y'all let me know what I can do, in any way. I mean, I will always gladly, volunteer for taste testing. You know what I mean? A little taste
oh,
test, your quality control, you know what I'm saying?
That's my girl.
absolutely.
And
But we'll
what's
And
your
connect after
favorite
this and
liquor?
get
hey,
connected and all that jazz.
and we're always here to listen to musical ideas you may have.
Ooh, all right,
And
baby.
videos.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
And if you're ready to come out with a liquor, hit us up. Let's get it
Yeah.
popping.
I
Yeah.
love that idea. Honestly, y'all, I think the timing needs to be right, but I think there's something there.
I
Yeah.
think you
I
sit on
agree.
it overnight and you got your
Well,
new bed of roses and
Well,
everything's going
and
on and
the history of your great grandfather and everything, I think actually would go a long ways for you.
Yeah.
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 I think it'd be real
Um.
special. There's something there. I
Yeah.
think there's something really cool there, y'all.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we should make some dreams happen.
Y'all are
Absolutely.
so awesome. My gosh, what an awesome night. All
No,
right,
Mary,
babies.
we always have fun with you, Mary. Thank you for coming on.
can't
And
wait till
thank
you
you
come
guys for
back.
hanging out with us too.
I can't wait till
Yeah.
you come back.
Thank you, everybody out there.
Thank you guys. Thanks for
Hey,
all tuning in. And Mary, we never can thank you enough for joining us. And we can't wait to do it again. And hopefully it'll be before Farm to Bottle because there's a
yeah.
ton of events. And we'll just, keep it rolling and get to see where we can get you in and, see what we can work out.
That
There
sounds
you
good,
go.
baby. Hey, have another shot for me for your birthday and enjoy the rest of your night, all right, sugar?
Thank you, love. You have a great day and thank you. Congrats on the record label. Congrats on
Thanks,
the new
Yeah.
baby.
Very.
song. And
Thanks,
That's awesome.
guys.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
man. Well, we'll
Congratulations.
be yakking soon. We'll party it up soon, all right? Bye,
Absolutely.
y'all.
Love you, Mary.
Love you guys. Love
Talk
you
to you
guys.
soon. All
love
right.
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Oh God, I love her. She's so
Yeah.
sweet.
She's awesome, people.
She's just